Radio Network.
That is right, Andrew. This is the Midnight Ocean Radio Show and podcast. I am your host, Jeff Norton. You can join me here live every weeknight from 10 p.m. till 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, or on the web at www.themidnightocean.com. Man, do we have a show in line for you tonight as we follow the election news? It's a tight race, I'll tell you. I don't think you can fit a piece of paper between it. But we're going to be joining the rest of my fellow podcasters and doing a roundtable as we share, kind of like what we did last night, where we are going to sit back and have a conversation and share viewpoints and opinions and news and everything. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be different. It's not going to be something that you are normally used to here at the Midnight Ocean. We will get back to our normally scheduled programs later on in the week. Actually, tomorrow we have a guest scheduled, if we're still here. You know, it's kind of scary. Cubs won. They've always said when hell freezes over, Cubs won. So it could be Armageddon. It could be the end of the world. So hopefully we are here. Hopefully you are here tomorrow. So, like I said, I do have to warn you. Let me go ahead and give the warning out to everybody who's listening, is that this is obviously a heated topic. There might be some things that offend you, that make you upset. If you are of such ill disposition, I would probably tell you that this is not a good show for you to watch tonight or listen to. I cannot control my fellow podcasters. They have their own opinions, and, you know, we're not going to censor anybody on the show. So they might fly off the handle, do something that you might agree or disagree with. And so I can't stress this enough. If this is a type of topics, New World Order, Luciferian, pedophilia, all of those things are offensive to you, as they should be, this might not be the show for you, because I'm sure we are going to talk about them. Man, did my eyes get opened up yesterday about Podesta and his emails and the code words that were used in his emails. And I did do the research. I did call friends that I do know personally who are in law enforcement, who deal with sex crime, sex trafficking, things of that nature. And they did confirm that those are known code words: pizza, handkerchief, things like that. And I'm sure we're going to get into it. So it is really, really disturbing what's going on in this country. I hope you went out and voted. I did. Is what you can see it. I don't know. Oh, yeah, there you go. I voted today. And like I said, I was proud. I was very proud to see the amount of people that were out at our polling station. Before the doors even opened, they had over 400 people. So it was incredible. It was definitely incredible. So let's, like I said, let's go ahead and join the already existing podcast and my fellow podcasters as we take you through tonight's election.
At the Javits Center, though people are trying to stay a beat, and you can hear every time they just thought that she's a protected winner in New Mexico, and so they're very happy about that. But earlier, George, they were playing music. It was a very upbeat theme. And then when the race started getting tighter and going in the way of Donald Trump, they stopped the music. They put the results up on the big screen. They kept changing from different networks, and it was so quiet, and people were intently listening to the commentary as well. So you can hear the cheers because of New Mexico, but they're trying to remain optimistic. But in all honesty, there has been quite a shift here in the last hour or so, George.
Okay, well, we are not ready to check the state of Mexico yet. But China Cinco, the governor of the battlegrounds right now. What do we see in the state of Virginia? The state of Virginia, it looks like Hillary Clinton has pulled ahead, as we've discussed, those northern counties near Washington, D.C., especially Fairfax. That vote is coming in. Hillary Clinton is pulling ahead in Virginia. But I think the state that we're going to be watching, if Trump takes Florida, the state that it will all come down to, I believe, is the state of Michigan. Because, Matthew, if Donald Trump holds on to Florida, he's leading now in North Carolina, leading in Ohio, We don't have enough vote yet in Iowa. Those are what they call their core four. Then all he really needs is one more of those big blue states from the Democrats.
Yeah, John's right. I think as we move forward, as this comes in, if this sticks with the way the numbers are, as we know, these are a few thousand votes, it becomes the Great Lakes state of Michigan, could ultimately decide the presidency.
Stephanie Cutter, nervousness in the Democratic camp?
Does that answer your question? Yeah. I think you're right. I mean, Michigan, we knew it was going to be closer. There's even though we believe Florida is leaning in Trump's direction, there's still some vote out. And there's big Democratic counties that have yet to report in Michigan. I think this night is just going to be later than anybody thought, but I think she's still favored to win.
Let's take another look at Michigan.
We have indicators here from the exit polls. Take a look at this. Tom Hamilton was talking about this earlier. When you asked about trade with other countries, Donald Trump touted this issue during his visits to Michigan. 50% of the voters in Michigan said these trade deals takes away jobs here in America. Only 31% said the trade deals create more jobs. And look at this. When you break it down, would other countries take away jobs? If you feel like you're frightened about these trade deals, if the jobs disappear because of them, the breakdown is very clear. You went with Donald Trump, 57% to Hillary, 36%.
John, I'll write 30 in a second, both of you in Michigan, but we have another call to make right now. ABC News can now project that Donald Trump has won the state of Missouri. And it's 10 electoral votes, gone blue only twice in the last 4 decades, both times for Bill Clinton in 1992 and 1996. Donald Trump, Republican, wins the state of Missouri right now, filling in the red across that map marker lattice.
I just want to say this thing. You keep talking about this divide in America. The divide is about opportunity. And you look at places like Michigan, you look at places like Ohio, you look at places like Pennsylvania. Real incomes for Americans with a 4-year college degree have
Guys, I'm starting to hear spin here.
Oh yeah, you're gonna hear.
It's about opportunity. It's about coming together. Well, hell no, it's not about. It's about either you're a Satanist or you're not.
You know what?
I'm in the not boat.
Yeah, I'm with you, Jeff. You notice Wisconsin is 50% Trump and 45% Clinton.
That is, I'm telling you, man. The two, I can tell. I was there with Governor Walker, and I actually, when I lived there, I was a huge Governor Walker proponent. I worked on not directly on his campaign, but getting the word out and stuff. And when he carried Kenosha and Racine counties, it was all over for the state of Wisconsin. Those are the bellwether states, or the counties within Wisconsin. So if he carries those two, it's gonna be, because you got Milwaukee, that whole stretch right there. That's the most populous area. We're seeing Kenosha, and then of course Milwaukee, and then you have Madison, which
he just had Wyoming too.
What's funny is that state, I was just looking at it, and all of it's reported except for like 16 counties, I think I counted, that were still white.
Yeah.
And then there were like 4 or 5 counties that were blue at all. The rest of the state was entirely red.
Yep.
So,
well, but like I said, you have the University of Wisconsin, and then they tried to do an initiative where the college students, because see, most college students there, it's a suitcase college. So a lot of kids come from out of state. Well, they tried to pass a law saying that if you were a college student there, that you could vote there without having to be a Wisconsin resident.
Yeah.
And that law was soundly defeated. And they said no. I mean, if they want to live here, I mean, they go to college here for 9 months out of the year, they can become a resident of the state. So that was defeated. But the whole reason for that was so you have 100,000 college students. And then you also have all the foreign students that go to the University of Wisconsin, that technically could vote. And so it's.
Can I just jump in very quickly? I had to put myself on mute because this house that I live in, it's absolutely we're walking on eggshell looking at the debate. My partner's watching on Fox in the lounge room. My housemate, he's checking up on his mobile cell phone for you guys. But the question I want to put out, this is my partner's question for you guys. If Hillary Clinton loses her popular vote in her swing state, so to speak, that the Democrats control at the moment, do you think she will go for a recount if she loses it?
If she loses by a small margin, I'd suggest either one of them will probably go for a recount in a swing state.
Yeah, because I've been outside talking to her. We know what happened previously, where there's been recounts in the other election previously to this one. This will probably be no different. If it's that close, she'll probably ask for a recount.
Well, let's put it this way too. If it comes down to, like, say, one or two swing states making the difference in the Electoral College, and they are both very small amounts, then yeah, absolutely. I mean, either candidate would be smart, obviously, to contest it to see what would happen with a recount if it could fall in their favor, because if it gets that close, in certain cases, it could change the election. In other cases, though, say he blows her out or vice versa on the Electoral College, then even if it was fairly close, she may contest it, she may not, if it wouldn't make a difference in the electoral.
Yeah.
And talking about Fox News, we've got cable TV here, Foxtel, we pay per month. My partner's watching it, and she's getting fed up with Fox News, how they will... Sorry, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's in the lounge room watching... She's watching Fox News, and she's pretty fed up with Fox News, how they are reporting this or showing this election. Every 5 minutes, they'll break off to something else here in Australia.
Well, they do that here too, where they basically bring pundits on to talk about what their theory is on the race, yada, yada, yada. It's the same probably about everywhere. Right now, I'm showing 150 to 109 Trump.
Best one of the night. That is so perfect.
Yep. And then CNN.
On?
So let's do this. I'll watch CNN. I'll take the bullet for the team.
Guess who's on NBC right now?
Who is on NBC?
Glenn Beck.
Yeah, backpedaling and telling
We knew that he had jumped ship and went crazy, but boy, he's just outed himself completely now, hasn't he?
He's trying to get a contract, right?
It sounds like it, yeah.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Why don't we, I'll watch CNN, and then someone watch Fox, and someone watch NBC, and then as things break, like right now, CNN only has the election at 149, Trump, Clinton 109.
Well, see, I've been watching RT most of the night. I just switched while we were on our little break, but I looked at Fox and then I looked at NBC.
Are you guys even watching your screens? I've got 3 of the broadcasts up in front of me.
Yeah, I see.
Yes.
Yeah,
but I'm also looking at a very small screen versus my TV, and my TV likes my eyes a lot better.
Yeah. I'm looking at the one up on the right here, and it ABC News 243 to Clinton. Then
181. 181.
Now look at it. Now it's even. Now it's above. I mean,
Yeah. ABC all kinds messed up. Well, who should we? You guys want to go to RT?
That's what I've been watching. They're behind a little bit, I think. What is this 264 to 243 crap on ABC?
Yeah, I think there's a bit of delay there.
Oh, that's their projection thing.
I was wondering. I was like, what the crud, man?
Yeah, no, they started that before the polls actually closed. That's what we project. And now if you give Trump Florida, this is what happens.
Oh, yeah. Please give Trump Florida.
Florida is looking 1 point ahead right now on Trump.
I can tell you, man, it will. I mean, Florida was, I have not seen a Hillary support. I've not talked to a Hillary voter in the state. Everybody I talked to has all been Trump.
That amazes me. Somehow she's almost neck and neck. That's what gets me about all this.
Yeah, well, it's because, like I said, she carries. You got Miami, you got Tampa.
Yeah, but what I'm getting at is even truck drivers that go coast to coast have said that when they get in the bigger cities, they still see Trump signs. They don't see squat for Hillary hardly.
You're correct. No, you're correct.
There's guys painting.
This is highly suspect. Sorry.
Look, there are guys painting picket fences full size. I'm talking about 10 by 10, 8 by 10 picket fences with Trump logos all over it and sticking it on the highway, like parking it like a quarter mile up off the road where you can see it, and you can see it plain as day. And I mean, all over. I've seen like 5 of them now.
Oh, it's everywhere. Yeah, you see Trump stuff everywhere, and you might see this little dangly freaking Hillary yard sign occasionally, but usually during this time of year, you'll see freaking bumper stickers for both candidates, just all kinds of crap like that. I've not seen one Hillary bumper sticker. Nothing like that.
I think I've seen one. But I have.
And let me guess, they were driving a Prius.
Probably.
Don't insult small cars.
It's called a Prius.
A preschoolist.
Prius.
Yeah. Okay. I got that.
Hey, listen.
When you step on the gas, look. When you step on the gas on a car, you're supposed to hear the engine. When you step on the gas in a Prius, it goes.
Well, yeah.
You really don't hear anything at all.
It's just a little tiny hum.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do want to say. It
lasts 100 miles.
I do want to say this is that we did lose a seat in the Senate. The Democrats did pick up a seat in the Senate.
As long as the majority stays, we're kind of okay. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't trust the establishment either side, but I definitely don't want to give control of the House, the Senate, or the White House up if we could help it.
Yep.
No, because come on, this is extremely detrimental, and what's going on right now is highly suspect. Okay?
Oh, it's beyond highly suspect.
Yeah. Well, I'm being nice because right now I just want to explode. But
yeah. We're being nice because we know we're being simulcast right now, Jeff. Because
I've already given everybody the warning. So go ahead. You guys can do what you want to do.
Effing highway robbery is what this is.
That's what it is. They are making a bid, literally a bid, with money for the White House. So
absolutely.
If Trump does not win this election, I
honestly think they're playing with the balance of our lifetimes right now, as far as, not obviously like our eternal souls, but they are talking about our health, our well-being, the direction of our country, and the potential for, a horrendous possible uprising in this country. I really think they're teetering with that right now.
I think, it's okay to poke the bear, but you poke the bear too many times, and what happens?
Just ask Putin.
That's all they've done to us for eons is poke us.
Ask Putin about
poke us with that.
Poking the bear. They've been poking at him for ages now.
All they're looking
I'm not talking about the bear in a literal sense as far as Russia. I'm talking about us as the people.
I don't think you have to. I think Russia. I think look, Putin's made it perfectly clear. He's moving his subs. He's moving his aircraft. He's making it perfectly clear that if Hillary gets elected, he's not going to put up with our crap anymore, and rightfully so. I kind of agree with him.
Jill Stein even came out, the Green Party leader, and said, if you elect Clinton, you're looking at a potential mushroom cloud in our near future, basically. Well, I'm paraphrasing that, but
you're looking at a man who knows 18 degrees of black belt, different karates. He goes out hunting with the biggest rifles. He hangs out with Steven Seagal that teaches him all the moves, okay? This is a man's man. I mean, this guy that runs worlds, changes stuff. He's a dictator. He knows what he's doing, okay? So you put him up against Pantsuit.
Too.
Look, you put him up against Pantsuit that can't make it.
Because he seems like a pretty good guy.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, overall he does.
I agree. I'm telling you right now, you put him up against Pantsuit that can't make the first step of a minivan.
Well, it's not even just that. Look how he's treated Bathhouse Barry for the last 8 years.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, and I mean, that's exactly what he does. My, and Jeff, I'm pulling the gloves, man. You said it was okay.
That's fine.
My bitch is on here, so I'm saying he can slap Obama in the mouth and say whatever he wants, but he's got the nukes. He's above us by 400 nukes. He knows his stuff, and he's putting on the game. And I'm telling you, this man could beat us right now. We don't need to be playing with that.
Oh, no.
And that's what people at these polls need to realize.
Yeah.
They're playing with the future if they let this man win.
Yeah, and this is the thing too. Is I want to stress this is that if you read his biography, which I have, he talks about when he was a child, his pet when he was growing up was a rat, and he said and he goes, one thing that you learn when you have a pet rat, you don't want to mess with them when you get them in a corner.
Right.
That statement right there tells you exactly where he's coming from. The other thing too, a lot of Americans don't realize this. In Russia, Soviet Union right now, there are over 30 what they call non-existent cities. And what these non-existent, I watched the document, it's called City 40.
I've seen it too, Jeff.
Awesome. And it's about these cities where they're doing the nuclear. And right now in the United States, we have 0 of these cities. They have over at the end of the show, they showed them there's like close to 40 of these cities. And what these cities do is they build nuclear bombs. Right. And they're non-existent cities. So that tells you, Russia hasn't stopped its production of nuclear warheads.
Oh no.
Let me fill you in on one fresher than that, okay? The next one up to that is we have microorganisms, almost nanomites, that can actually eat nuclear waste and dissolve its lifespan. Yep. So you're literally, if you go to Chernobyl, they've cleaned up a huge chunk of Chernobyl that most people have no idea about. I've watched documentaries on it, and I'm telling you, they can take nuclear waste and clean it up after they do it. They have figured out how to do this. It's engineered and designed. It's like a bacteria, and they eliminate it. And all I'm telling you is they're not going to nuke this and do this without a reason. If they do this, they know they can clean it up because Chernobyl is already like 28% cleaned up in the space of a couple of year period.
Hey guys, I want to stop you. I don't know if we talked about this. They're just saying Michigan, we're at 49%. In Michigan and Wisconsin, we're at 48%. So we're about 3 percentage points ahead of Clinton in Michigan and Wisconsin.
Well, they need to sell some of that nuclear crap off to Fukushima to the Japanese and get that crap cleaned up.
You know what's really? I had Stanton Friedman on my show, and that was the first thing I asked him at the obviously he's known for his UFO work and research, but he's also he's a nuclear physicist and he works on nuclear power plants. That's what he's done in nuclear propulsion. And I asked him about Fukushima if we should be concerned, and he was like, no. He said that, and the reason being, and I kind of drilled him. It was the first question right off the bat that I asked him, and he said, look, he said, he goes, it's bad. It's bad, but it's not concerning because there are far more. Basically, it's that whole thing. You're more likely to get hit by lightning or eaten by a shark before it actually affects you.
Yeah, but looking at the plumes of crap coming off of that through the Gulf Stream, through the not the jet streams, but the Gulf streams, through the water is unbelievable.
No, but that's all made up.
Whoa, Norton. I'm an environmental engineer from West Point, and I look at that and I am seeing bad shit. I'm looking at the IOEC, the International Environmental Compliance Agency, and they're saying it's bad.
Well, I'm just telling you, it's, like I said, Stanton, I have to go with and you're an expert, so I'll put you right up there with them and stuff.
I'm telling you, whatever he's saying is trying to downplay it for the public.
Yeah, they've been covering it up. Even the Japanese had to admit they were covering it up for a while.
I wouldn't say that Stanton is covering it up for the government.
No,
he's definitely
he's probably just taking whatever data he's seen versus maybe what data Scott's talking about.
That's not what I was saying, guys. What I was saying is if you're an astronomer and you know the asteroid is heading for the planet, do I tell you or do I just let it go and let you live your life.
I'm with you, but I know Stanton well enough to know that he's not gonna. I think what it is that you got to remember. I mean, also too, he's a nuclear scientist, so he's probably a little bit more laissez-faire, about this stuff. He's more like, because back in the day, like in that City 40, they were talking about how they used to just pick up radioisotopes with their hands. So it might be a combination of that, where he's just been around it all his life, and he's like, it's no big deal. But I'm just telling you
it could be much worse.
Well, the wildlife die-offs and stuff's more what I've been concerned with. That and the mutations of the wildlife and the plant life.
And
I think that's happening because there's a shift.
Now, wait a minute. They're actually picking up radioisotopes from fish off of Southern California.
Correct.
And the radioisotopes match Fukushima.
That's what I was getting at. And they've seen tons of die-offs that have happened inexplicably, other than, they say inexplicably, but if you know anything about where those plumes of radiation have been going.
Hey, guys, they're saying that Trump just took Ohio.
Oh, good. That's a good one.
I knew he was going to take Ohio.
That's a good one. See, I'm still stuck at 140 to 109.
Yeah, CNN just reported that Trump took Ohio, 53 to 42%.
Give a little. Come on, let's give a golf clap.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I would like to, because I am concerned. Naturally, guys. I mean, like I said, I'm naive to the nuclear stuff, and he was my first expert, so I would love to hear more, but. Maybe we'll get on the show and we'll talk about it, but, we can
do that on another show.
Another show.
They say that Trump needed Ohio. Trump took Ohio.
Took Ohio.
Oh my God, Trump took Ohio. I feel so much better.
If he can take Florida, he's had an edge lead in Florida. He may sew this up.
It's now 49 to 47% with 96% of the electorate in the state of Florida.
Been about point and a half different for the last couple hours down there.
And Jeff Norton, really, seriously, we're not being combative at all.
No.
We just, some of us have more dire theories towards what they're not telling us.
Yeah.
And like Chernobyl and like Fukushima, some of us actually see some bad things.
Well, no, I'm a firm believer. Number one, I'm all about conversation, so I might agree or disagree with you, but I'm not going to disrespect or be upset over you. And then number two, I do believe that they're going to do things, and they allow these environmental issues to continue, or they actually exacerbate them, and then they go, now we got to, it's that whole problem cause solution model that they do, and only we can fix it. You need us to fix it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've said all along, why hasn't the United States government, and that was, with Fukushima, because, when Chernobyl happened, we were all over that. We were like, hey, we want to be, why have we not jumped in and said, and the world jumped in and said, with Fukushima, hey, let's, we're going to help you.
Well, and before it even got as bad as it is now, we had a bunch of sailors get sick from being over there.
They said, in the aircraft carrier, they said that they all got sick. They all got painted with dust.
Was it the Kennedy? I think it was.
Is Kennedy or the Roosevelt?
Yeah, one of the two. I can't recall for sure.
Yeah. Did you hear about how the workers over there, they got down to, they were losing so many workers trying to clean the facility. And there's like, when you're talking about 7,000 gallons to 12,000 gallons of fresh water coming in from the ocean and being flushed back out per minute of complete radiation particles. And you start talking about this, when you're talking about the people that were working inside the core trying to clean the core up, they said they were hiring homeless bums to put in gear to go into the core, and then they would have to reach in, pick up a rod, put a rod in a sleeve holder, clamp it down and leave, and then they were never allowed to be near radiation ever again. Right?
I heard the same basic thing today.
That rod, if those rods connect and it sets off a nuclear explosion over there, it would literally take a chunk of the earth out that would make the earth fall off its axis, okay?
It's pretty bad. Hey, Jeff, real quick, I got to say this, because this is going to yank your chain really hard. Virginia is exactly 60,000 votes apart right now for Clinton.
Oh my God, dude, this is
Yeah.
Wow.
But see, guys, that's the state that we can use to mark the proof. That's the state that'll burn them.
Let's hope. But yeah, I know what you're saying. But I saw that number and I was like, oh my gosh, that's exactly 60,000. I was like, oh my goodness.
How could we possibly call that? How could we possibly call
Oh yeah, there's no way we'd just come up with 60,000, pull it out of our butt. I mean.
But the other part of this thing is that, these felons, I mean, automatically we assume that they're going to get a pardon, and because they got a pardon, they're voting for Hillary. I would make the other argument. A lot of those felons that are in jail are in there because of Clinton and
exactly because of the law that they passed to put. Yeah, I agree with you 100% there.
But the problem is when you're locked up,
don't bite the hand that feeds you if that's what you're told you'll get if you get a pardon.
Once you're locked up, anything. Look, after you've done so much time, after you've done more than 6 months, anything is a way out. You'll take it. It's like
that's what I was saying. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Don't bite the hand that feeds you. If they tell you that's going to get you your pardon, then hey, I'll vote for whoever. At that point, what they're probably thinking, as long as I get my pardon.
After 3 times, they're going the other way.
Yep. You're 160.
It don't matter. You could look. I'm telling you, you could put on there. You could do a sacrifice. You could sacrifice this person and get out. They'll do it in 3 seconds to leave that.
168 to 122. Anybody got anything above that?
No, they're CNN's actually still at 167 to 109.
Okay.
So I don't know what's your 122.
I just switched back over to NBC for a second.
Well, yeah, I'm trying to figure out what NBC's projecting.
Clinton. 122 is Clinton. 168 Trump, and it looks like they're giving her Illinois, New Mexico.
Sky News has got 169 to 109. So they're definitely
they keep
behind.
flashing the map up so damn fast and back and forth. A little bitty map too in the corner of the screen that I can't keep up with the states quick enough. Most of the eastern North New England area looks like she's pretty well wrapped up. Not completely. She hasn't got Maine yet, and she hasn't gotten Pennsylvania. But she's got all the little states right there around it, Pennsylvania, and it looks like New York State they called for her.
Yeah. And she might have Pennsylvania, considering she bust all those people over there this morning.
Well, yeah, that and the freaking voting machines that have been going crazy.
They're projecting Virginia for Hillary.
Really? Michigan too close to call.
Oh, look, they've got even a graphic.
Oh,
I wouldn't even doubt that.
That would be the state that burns her to the ground. I mark my words. That would be the state. You cannot commit a crime like that and not know it.
No. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's no doubt about that. Wyoming just got called for Trump. Alabama, Trump.
Wyoming's going to vote for Trump.
Yeah, they're just going through a list here. Arkansas, Trump. Come on, keep moving. Yeah, they were moving fast a while ago, and now they're freaking slowed down.
But you know what's crazy is Trump is
Connecticut, Clinton.
Trump's got Hillary by almost a million votes in popular vote.
I know. Like about 1.5 million almost.
Yeah.
Delaware, Clinton.
See, and I don't even see that. I can't see it being that close. I'm seeing it like Trump have 5 or 6 million more votes than her. Come on now.
DC, Clinton.
They called it 40-42. Trump by Hillary by 1.2 mil. So you're already seeing the numbers bounce.
Yeah, oh yeah. They were 1.5 million pretty well earlier. Now she's caught up 300,000. I mean, it's just, if you just look, like I said, at just social media by itself, he's stomping her in the dirt through the whole freaking election cycle. And then you look at rally attendance and anything else that even has a ring of real world.
Rallies and go by rallies.
Hey, guys.
Look at 25,000 plus 25,000 plus 25,000 plus 25,000.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
well, they showed. Go ahead, Jeff. Sorry.
Well, no, I was going to say, did you guys remember yesterday we were talking about Nebraska and the split electorate?
Mm-hmm.
They just did it. They just, even though Trump won Nebraska, they only gave him 3 votes, and the other 2 are
they're bull.
We called it on that, didn't we?
Yeah.
Well, see, and that's the whole thing, because we talked about split electorates and whatnot, and I think that ought to be one of those guaranteed deals where if you get a state by popular vote, just like every other state, you get the whole electorate.
Yep.
Right now, they're showing Maine like with a split or something. They've got it striped blue and red, or blue and pink, I guess, right now. So I don't know if that means it's leaning and it's too close to call, or if they're looking at a split electorate or something.
Sounds to me that
Okay, I can take a half a vote from somebody that's a whole. That doesn't work.
168 to 131. She just gained like 9 points. Jake, what the heck are you doing, girl? The dog's going crazy, sorry.
It is still early, and we have over 100.
About 100 to go, yeah. About 100 electorate to go. But we're getting to the point now where a lot of the states are getting enough in to project, over 50% or so, unless they're just absolutely close races.
Which I cannot see. I cannot see it being so close.
There shouldn't be close. I know for a fact they were oversampling Democrats and left-leaning independents to make the polls even close to where they would match up, because when they matched head-to-head, Democrats versus Republicans, and they matched the numbers, dude, she was losing her butt by like 10, 15 points in a lot of cases.
Hey, while we have,
that's my whole point. Throughout this whole thing, Trump has been a leader. So,
hey Jeff, while we got this long pause in between this crazy game, why don't you plug your show?
What, the Midnight Ocean?
Yeah, the Midnight Ocean, brother. We love your show.
Yeah, we might have some people that weren't on last night. Don't know where to find you, bro.
We didn't do the go around, but yeah, so the Midnight Ocean is a show from 10 to 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time every weeknight, Monday through Friday. We deal with all things paranormal. I would say all things esoteric in nature, and we specialize more so in having named guests or, quality guests that come on and talk about their subject matter, their expertise. And, our show's very conversational thing. I tell people it's like a dinner date without the dinner. I'm not buying dinner for people.
And his show's not nearly as loud, boisterous, and rude as what we do.
No, we're a little bit more laid back. We deal, like I said, with a lot of the feel good stuff. Well, not really. I mean, we do a lot of hey, since you guys are on the call, who's setting up my trip for Ohio to do the haunted tour, man?
Me. I need to get you on that.
Yeah, come on. I had the other day, the co-producer of Ancient, Young, Dr. Young. He's the co-producer of Ancient Aliens on the History Channel.
Yeah.
He's like, he definitely wants in on that deal. I mean, we're talking video and everything.
All right.
You're talking History Channel stuff.
Hey, and I'll broadcast it live from the Asylum, which is my new channel.
Yeah.
And so that's perfect, dude. I'm on that.
Yeah. I mean,
I will start contacting the people over at Bobby Mackey's. And we'll get this thing going, because there is definitely, and I mean even Ghost Hunters was over here doing it.
Yeah.
There was definitely paranormal activity there like crazy. So, and if you do that, I'm in too.
So for the listeners, the guys that are out there listening, what we're going to do is I am going to go lock myself in by myself 100% by just me. And I'm going to stay and do a show live from the bar, Bobby Mackey's, and the other one was the prison, right? The insane asylum.
The Ohio Insane Asylum.
And then
Bobby Mackey's in the desert in Arizona.
No. It's Bobby Mackey's in Northern Kentucky, and it's right across the river, and they call it Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky.
All right.
And it's a very old bar with the Underground Railroad that ran through it.
Yeah. It's a very well-known. So
that's it.
And I'm also going to stay in the penitentiary. I'm trying to get in the penitentiary, and what I'll do is, if you guys want me to sleep, it's going to be an all-night deal. They're going to lock the door. See, I've always said that I watch these ghost shows, and it's one thing when you got 4 or 5 people going with you. I want to go by myself.
Oh yeah, by yourself's a whole different ball.
I want to do it all by myself, baby. And
hey, Jeff, there's actually places right here close to where I'm at as well. There's a place called the Crescent Hotel in Eureka Springs, and you can pick up. There's a video about, I think it's called like Tales of the Ozarks.
Yeah.
That has it featured in it. But if you'll check out that video, you'll see what I'm talking about. That'd be someplace.
Set it up because we're going to travel all over the country and all over the world, and I'm going to do live shows from these places. And it's just going to be me, and I'm going to be taking calls from callers doing the show. And then I'll, of course, be videotaping the paranormal activity, the crazy stuff.
I have a question, Jeff.
Yeah.
And Bobby Mackey's, if I remember correctly, wasn't there a murder there?
There was all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, it was a very.
Was there a murder there? A gentleman was murdered there, and no one was around to see it, right?
There's been a few deaths there due to bar fights and all kinds of other stuff.
It's supposed to be the portal to hell. There's in the basement.
Yeah, the basement there is supposed to be, and they had a machine there. They had a mechanical bull that was there forever, and a lot of people got messed up there real bad.
I was going to say, wasn't that on Ghost Hunters?
Yeah. Yes,
okay. I thought so.
They had issues when they were there. They had all kinds of technical issues. They had cameras go off and stuff shut down, and
So you guys fix up our live channels with History Channel, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to contact Shudder, who is the new horror streaming channel. And when you guys get your thing, I'm going to then repackage it over to the horror channel, because I have a feeling I'm never going to see you guys again.
Hey, Scott, we'll take out a couple freaking insurance policies on them right before they go out.
Well, we do the shows, and then we also do video. So I've gotten with my buddy Manu. Manu is from the Star Trek series, and
Manu Bennett.
No, Manu Inarami. And so I've got a lot of guys in Hollywood that when it gets set up, I'm going to reach out to. They're going to make sure all the cameras are. We're going to do this is going to be a production. This is not going to be, but it's going to be. My thing is look, we're going to at 9:00 or whenever we start the show, padlock the doors, and it's just going to be me. And then you guys can also
you want to padlock the door?
Yeah.
What if?
Hell yeah.
What if you have to make a quick escape?
I guess I'm dead.
Yeah, you could go through the doors if you're that big a hurry.
I'm a big dude.
This is how horror movies start.
That's right. Guys, you talk about poking the bear. I poke the bear.
Listen, you want to go?
You
want to go somewhere?
If you get me in at least one or two of the places, I'll poke it with you. Yeah. You get me in a separate place, and you be in a separate place, we'll do two feeds at once.
This is the thing is that, I want to do it because I think, all right, so I talked to Lloyd Auerbach, and Lloyd Auerbach is a clinical, ghost hunter. This guy is like one of the top guys. And so we're going to do EKG. We're going to do a bunch of different things to see how much of this is made, because his belief is how much of this is mind versus reality real. So this is going to be a true scientific. It's not going to be a ghost, like ghost hunters where I go in there and go, ooh, tough guy. No, this is going to be a scientific thing where they're going to hook me up to an EEG. But
if you scream like a girl, it is real, though, right?
Oh, dude! If I'm screaming like a girl, I'm debating. It was funny because I'm like, should I carry? But then
I have a house to suggest to you, Jeff, and I've been in this house, and it's extremely scary being in this house. Mm-hmm. I would recommend that you go to this place because for one, know for a fact that there's something there.
Send it to me.
Okay, guys.
Send it to me.
West Coast and Hawaii polls all close in a little less than 15 minutes. So we know most of that left coast, though, is going to go to her, and that's going to skew the numbers real quick when that happens.
Oh, look at that. Colorado went to Clinton.
Well, Colorado's a pretty liberal area, man, other than some of the rural areas of it.
Yeah, you're talking about, Magpul actually moved out of there because they're the ones that did the restrictions on the magazines.
That's absolutely right. In fact, if you'll remember also, during the primaries, that they tried to pull the no vote deal and give all their delegates over to Cruz. You remember that?
Well, they did.
Even on the Republican side. And that was unprecedented. That was my point, for them to do that after they normally have a voting primary. So that is a very just odd state altogether. And the establishment of both parties, they work together hand on that kind of stuff.
Hey guys, I'm looking at the CNN, and they got right now they got Wisconsin and Michigan in red.
Tied. Yeah, well, they got him tied, but he's leading because they're telling it too close to call on mine.
Yeah.
On Michigan.
Well, CNN's showing it as red on the map, and these are not hypotheticals. They're showing them both red right now. So he's
they're
winning.
Showing right now in Michigan, he's got 1,038,000. She's got 974,000, 46-49 for him. But they're still saying that since there's only like 40% of the precincts roughly in, that it's still too close to call because there must be some big cities still in that.
And North Carolina, he's winning North Carolina right now as well.
Good, because that was Clinton territory
50
earlier.
to 46. He's at 50%, and she's 46, and that's with 90% of the electorate in.
Here's I've gone to stress this, guys. I don't like the fact that it's too close to call. And I know, I'm 42 years old. I've seen a lot of elections. I survived. I was actually on a news desk working the hanging chads from Florida. What I don't like, though, is the fact that if they're doing that icky with the ballot machines.
Hey, guys, I just got an update from somebody that said that that the actual New York Times, the people that actually hate Trump, that do everything under the sun against him, just said that he has a 91% chance of taking the votes right now.
Well, that one dude that called the last 5 elections gave him, 86 or 7% chance like a few months ago. Yeah, I'm just saying that matches. That's actually really close. Is what I was getting at. So that's interesting. But, that's just like the New York Times came out a few days ago with an article that actually slammed the crap out of Clinton. And it shocked me because I was like, wow, this is actual journalism. It wasn't their normal catering to her.
Well, you got to kick the beast while it's down,
I guess so. Well, she's definitely the freaking beast. The Hilda beast.
Yeah,
well,
she's
a beast. I wouldn't necessarily say the beast.
Oh, I don't know, man. She may well be the beast.
Here we go.
Of biblical lore.
Yeah, they said that Clinton. They said Clinton on CNN has won Colorado, which I think we already.
Right now, they're showing a real tight race still in Florida.
Well, Illuminati owns Denver, so.
Oh, yeah. At the very least, the Denver International Airport.
Yes.
Good grief, man. And
it's sad. 50 miles. Did you know that? 50 miles.
That thing's huge, dude. And the thing is they didn't even need an upgraded airport when they got that one. And the runway there, I think part of it, what they said was, well, they needed a runway large enough that if there was shuttle problems or something, that it'd be long enough for that. Dude, they take off and land in Texas and in Florida. Those are the only 2 places they ever go. What the heck would they even be doing, above Colorado, really? That was just BS covers, all that was. And, dude, every freaking thing in that place, from the statue of the horse outside to the murals inside.
Well, they actually redid the murals.
Yeah, I heard they covered them up, a lot of them.
Yeah, the ones that had the guy, the Pink Floyd looking dude with the gas mask and
it gave too much away
with the daisies and the girl dying in the grave and stuff.
Yeah, I don't think they expected the attention that they got on all that when they did it.
Maybe they didn't think that people would
put 2 and 2 together. Yeah. Well, if you'll notice, the Illuminati are real big on, whether it's in movies, television, whatever the case may be, they're real big on giving you a clue or two and then shoving it out underneath the freaking carpet real fast sometimes.
Well, they put it right.
You know, yeah, they put it right there right under your nose, but only for a split second. And they're really bad about doing that. And it could be a movie. I mean, think about if you watch a movie, unless it just becomes a cult classic, most people watch a movie on average one time and then it goes away.
That
now,
is
if they
so
watch
much
it.
You know
Dude,
what?
Not everybody's like you, dude.
You know what concerns me is I'm sitting here watching Florida since I've come on the air, and 30 minutes prior to the electoral, the Florida has not changed the electoral, the count since.
You mean the overall popular
The overall
count?
90, it's still at 95%. So obviously they're making phone calls and saying, where can we juice it?
Probably.
I mean,
Looks like they stalled.
it's been over an hour and they haven't,
Yeah. Anytime there's a hang up like that, something's going on. Florida, too close to call. 4.5 million for him, 4.4 million for her.
Yep.
This what happened back in 2000, remember?
Yeah, there's 134,000 though he's leading. So that actually for Florida is a pretty decent gap that if he can hold on to that, without them screwing it somewhere, because he's carrying some states they didn't think he would carry, like Ohio. Michigan's close.
Wisconsin's close.
Yeah. Look at the Dow futures down 657 points right now because it's looking like Trump might win it. That tells you how in bed the freaking Clintons and Goldman Sachs and Wall Street and all them people are.
Right, because if she loses this election, they lose their ass.
Well, he's going after the banks.
She loses this election, she better get on a plane and go to an unextraditable country.
They've already moved.
I'm sure they already have a plane on the tarmac.
Well, but I figure Obama will do like a preemptive pardon or some
It won't make any
BS.
difference.
No, he won't.
I'm telling you, pedophile crimes will burn these people to the ground, and we've got them dead up. I mean, look.
Yeah, because nobody in the world likes pedophiles.
If we had them dead to rights on it though, why would the FBI head already come out and
Why? Because we
basically
don't
give
have the
her a
right
pass?
administration. If we have the right administration, they'd be booked 3 ways to Sunday.
Well,
and as Trump gets in, we'd have the right administration.
You can't prosecute them on code words. And by the way, I want to make it public. I did reach out to a law enforcement buddy of mine who works in child abduction cases, and they said absolutely those are code words.
Oh yeah, well, I knew they were.
No,
They've been broke
I'm
down.
telling you, this is a friend of mine who does abduction cases, and they set up these stings where it's actually a dude. And if you knew this guy, it's funny because he's like big burly and stuff, but he acts like little girls, and he gets out there and he sets these stings up, and and he said absolutely those are code words.
Yeah, I knew they were because they had been broken down by law enforcement officials that had said, yeah, these match.
Hey, Jeff, it's like this.
They use.
No time in history have you ever ordered walnuts on your pizza or your hot dog.
Yes.
So once you start ordering walnuts, I got a problem with what you're saying here.
Yeah,
there is a specific place. What was it, Comet Pizza or some shit like that?
Comet Pizza has the logo. It's right next door to Pandessa's house. And the logo is the logo for pedophilia.
Yes. And what was funny is that I think somebody last night was going off about it, like on a different channel that was talking about that freaking place.
For pedophilia.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, there's a logo.
It's called Comet.
Two logos going upward.
My buddy, it was funny because I texted him and then he called me back. And I said, look, I'm hearing all about this. And he goes, look, I can't comment on that. He said, but yes, they do have code words. And yes, the pizza, handkerchief, those are all known code words. And then he told me about the pizza place. He goes, you got to look at this one. There's a pizza joint right next door to where Podesta lives called Comet Pizza. Go look at their logo. And I'm like, yeah, so what about their logo? And he goes, Jeff, he said, rotate it 90 degrees. And I did, and he goes, now go, and here's the sign for go to, and he showed me the sign for pedophilia.
Yeah.
And it's the same freaking sign.
Now let me put this into perspective. When you start looking at this and you start realizing that there are photographs out there of Podesta and his brother that are dead ringers for the missing girl.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Real quick. Trump is 1% ahead in Florida over Clinton.
Oh my God.
Yeah, North Carolina, they're saying, Michigan, and there was one more that they're saying too close to call. 187,000 North Carolina, he's leading.
Well, he's
by
at
5%, but
he's at 49.2% versus 47.7% in Florida.
Yeah, that's been that way pretty long while.
For about an hour now.
Yeah.
But hey, that's a good step.
And that's not normal.
Well, that tells me, though, that the fix is in because it's been like that for the last hour. Our polls have been closed for 2 hours now.
95% of Florida's in and it's leading Trump.
That's what's been there for a while.
It's been there for a while. So what I'm saying is that they're trying to figure out how they can squeeze out some votes.
Nevada's just now reporting and he's ahead, but it's just 1%. So
Nevada's probably going to overwhelmingly decide Trump.
Yes.
Just saying, because they're big on, like I said, it's an open carry state. They like their guns.
You fill it up. Dead vote at night.
Yeah. This is a shocking one. New Hampshire. Trump is actually leading in New Hampshire.
That's what I'm seeing too. By 15 grand, though, it's very tight.
Yep.
57% in.
They're doing something.
But I love the fact that it looks like they're still keeping Michigan and Wisconsin red for Trump.
Oh, they're going to keep us up all freaking night, I guarantee it.
Yep.
All right. I got work at 5 a.m., so I'll just stay.
I think it's finally that combination hit it at the sweet spot. I think it's going to spell for a really good match.
Nice.
Special thanks for joining us.
God, how many hours are we up to, bud?
I have no idea.
Well, the reason I'm saying that is we may get cut off here before too long.
Oh, we got till 12. Or we got till 1 o'clock. Eastern.
Usually like 8 hours, I know, is where they really hit the hammer on that. That's what was it 4? They were popping it at 4 on some of them.
It's up to 6 hours now, Jeff.
We started 6 hours ago.
Yep.
Yeah, we have 2 hours.
In 1 minute.
Okay. Just checking, because if something happens, we may have to get back on another feed or something.
I'll reset it. If
we get kicked.
Sorry, the Chinese food that I picked up is not agreeing with me.
Did you get the poo-poo platter?
Oh, I was gonna tell you guys. By the way, we got to come up with a name for our project for the phone system. I do have that server up and running. It is in Greenland, and it is running, and I'm connecting to it now and testing and stuff. And so that will give you phone capabilities, text and video and chat.
Cool.
That is 100% encrypted end to end.
Awesome.
And the server sits in Greenland.
Yeah.
So
polls are closing right now on the West Coast.
And by the way, Jeff, I'm all over that. I'll be calling you tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm testing it right now. And,
oh my God!
Making sure that it's all working.
California, what?
Yeah.
Sorry, bad joke.
They just closed polls out there on the West Coast.
Sorry, bad joke.
What's the update with that shooting that happened at that polling booth?
Last I heard, they were trying to get the guy. He was barricaded in a house, but that's been hours ago.
Yeah,
I couldn't help it.
How can California, their polls just closed, and they've already said that in Hawaii, and they've already said that she's won?
Well, Hawaii, we know, is a very liberal state, but the polls just closed out there as well.
But they've already said he won. The polls just closed, and they already they won.
I wouldn't even doubt it out there though, because that place is so libtard. It's not even funny.
I like Donald Trump win Florida.
Well, there's like 300,000 people on those islands. They all did early ballots, and everybody's already been counted.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, it's libtard central out there, dude.
It's no.
Yeah.
It's not libtard. They're a bunch of hippies. Hippies are different than libtards.
Okay, these are libtards that wear coconut bras.
No, there's hippies, and the hippies aren't going to go vote. Okay, not voting.
Pretty much. Yeah, they're too stoned at home eating Cheetos.
Well, no, it's not that. It's that they know that the vote doesn't really matter. It doesn't.
All right,
we're going to get whatever they feed to us.
All right, guys. There's a news alert. Donald Trump won Florida. If you know that.
Well, we haven't hit anything yet saying for official on Florida.
No. Yeah, it's just been a news alert. That's all.
Well, where did you get it off of?
I'm looking at the Trump sign.
Really? And they've already officially said that Florida popped, huh?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Who's projecting it?
He said that's on the Trump website. So if that's the case on the Trump website, they had to have gotten some sort of official decree, if you will.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good news because that's a big state for that.
That's a huge state.
That's like a lot of electoral votes.
The fake Republican that only turned Republican like a year and a half, 2 years ago, whatever, he's winning right now for governor of my state.
I'm looking for it, guys.
You know, and I'll tell you guys with this, that on about 3 or 4 different places, when it came to the governor of my state and the senator and the congressman for my state, because one of my senators is Blunt, I just wrote in the right inbox, no confidence.
Look at that. They're actually calling Virginia blue.
Really? I knew it was close. Blunt's winning, too. Dang it. Not that I want a Democrat in there, but when a guy writes a freaking addendum or an amendment to something they know is going to go through in order to hold Monsanto harmless, that pisses me off.
Wait a minute. NBC News called it red.
Really? Interesting.
Called what red?
Where?
190 for Clinton. She's pulled ahead.
They just called it.
Okay, hold on. Who's called what in Virginia?
Virginia just went red, NBC.
Interesting. Because I'm watching NBC and I'm not getting anything right now.
Let me find it. NBC.
Let me go to see what Fox is showing.
190.
See here.
190, 172.
That's ABC, isn't it?
They're calling Clinton 209 to 172 right now.
Yep.
Right now, I'm seeing Trump 216, Clinton 202 on Fox.
They're showing 209 to 172. 209 Clinton, 172 Trump.
Well,
how are we seeing so many varying polls? Is this all speculation?
It doesn't make sense. Pennsylvania, they're showing her ahead in Pennsylvania. Big time. They're showing her ahead. Well, not big time, a couple points.
Oh, because they're already calling the West Coast states.
Oh, yeah. They know the California, Oregon, and Washington are all probably going to hit her.
Didn't even bother to count.
Oh, no. They know for a fact. I mean, shoot, you can just go out there and look at some Mark Dice videos out there. Grief.
Kanye West.
This is insane.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is.
This is called a rigged election.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
It is. It really is.
I don't disagree at all.
Hey, wait, that would be conspiracy, and that those conspiracy theorists are psycho.
I've got my tinfoil hat on. I'm a conspiracy theorist.
I would love to see the attorney that filed a RICO case on this freaking election.
Oh, my God.
We were talking about that. My partner and I were talking about that at lunch outside when I had it on mute. about the breakout re-election?
Oh, it's just getting freaking. It's just so obvious that. I mean, yes, there's going to be some libtard states. We know there's nothing you can do about it, like California, for instance. But when you look, like I said, at the swing states, at the battleground states, at the typically red states, there's no freaking way.
No way. There's no way, guys. There's no way.
No way.
There's no way you have 500 supporters show up to 40,000 that show up at an auditorium. There's no way.
I
a
agree.
stadium.
Over and over and over.
Every single time.
Oklahoma's big time for Trump.
How do you have 40,000 people and she turns it down for rain?
Why is New Mexico a blue state?
Oh, dude, New Mexico, you'd be surprised how liberal lots of New Mexico is. Look, they had Gary Johnson as their governor for a while.
Yeah, they had the governor, and that's Gary.
I can honestly say I don't believe that any of the Native American, I don't believe that any of the indigenous peoples in our country are going to vote for Clinton. I think they're all going to vote.
You'd be surprised.
Hey, guys.
They voted for Obama, too. They think that those people helped them.
I'll tell you.
They've been begging Obama.
They did not. They changed the vote, so we know this.
Yeah.
They've been begging Obama to help them in North Dakota, and he refuses to help them.
I know, but what I'm trying to say is I've got a stepbrother and a stepsister that are half Native American that are very into that culture, and I can promise you those people vote hard left.
Look, man.
The two counties in Wisconsin I was telling you to watch, they're both went Republican. They both went Donald Trump.
Sweet.
Cool.
So those are like the bellwether, or those are like the canaries. So I think we're going to pick up Wisconsin.
I hope so. Trump's 216 to 202. Clinton's what I'm showing on Fox.
Donald Trump won North Carolina.
Good. That's another good one we didn't know he'd pick up or not. That was a questionable.
Yep.
You know, the weirdest part about it is, remember how we were arguing about the split votes?
Yep.
The split votes are going to make it real interesting at this point.
That's what's happening. That's exactly what happened in Nebraska. We were talking about that yesterday, and that's exactly what's going on. He won Nebraska, but they split. They gave 3 and then 2. I don't know where the other 2 are going.
But don't you find that as the anomaly between all of this, the weirdest part?
Yeah, they're probably going to hold that. They're probably going to hold that and see who's close, and if it's like right on the cusp, that mathematically thing, then they're going to award it to whoever. Yeah,
to her. I guarantee it'll go to her.
Maybe they'll give them. No, maybe they'll give them all to him.
He already won the state, but they've already taken it away from him. So why would they give it back to him?
254 to 222.
The problem that you have with this whole thing is, why would you do this unless you were pushing the entire issue to the last second to try and prove ownership? Why would you do this? This is ridiculous. There's no way this election is this close.
Oh, it shouldn't be. In unreal world, I don't believe it is either. But the point is these are the numbers they're giving us because these are the numbers that are going to help support when they try to steal this.
But he's killing her. He's killing her on the popular vote. He's at 49%. She's at 46%.
Yeah, I agree, but that doesn't matter if she wins the key swing state.
I know, but what I'm saying
that's the whole problem.
Is that he, with the 20,000 extra people at the rallies that show up where she only gets 100, and they have to Photoshop the other 1,000, or they have to give away Beyonce tickets or whatever.
This honestly shouldn't even be close, period, based on any real world statistics. It's all this political BS that has got it, all neck and neck tight, yada, 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 because they know how to play these statistics out to the very nth degree. A, to keep us watching and hope and giving us hope, and B, because if this thing ends up in just an absolute massacre landslide, they're going to have to justify whatever they do.
But they don't have to justify anything. They haven't had to so far. They can do whatever they want to do and say whatever they want to say, and at the end of the day, they're exonerated.
And that is why the people will rise up.
That was my point, though, Jeff, is at the end of the day, if they do what they do and they think what we think they're going to do and steal it right out from underneath our noses, just like we're sitting here watching them about to do, then that's the powder keg I was talking about earlier. But they will sit there and justify it, saying that it's all on the up and up, certified by each state individually by their election commissions, and that's how they'll make the majority of people out there eat it.
Yeah, but do you actually think that they're making it close? All right, so this is scenario A. They're making it this close so they can say, look, it was a close race. You guys just lost. So that way most people are like, oh, it was a close race. Number one. Number two, there are so many voters that turned out for Trump, which I believe, because everybody I talked to has said that their polling stations were just slammed. Or, you know, and there's so many people that pulled out for Trump that is overriding the gaming of the system, you know, so it's making it fair. Is that scenario
that's what we're hoping for.
Yeah.
I believe the first scenario, but I'm hoping for the second, that the landslide is going to make them go, look, if we do this and we do this, you know, right under their noses, we're going to have an insurrection or something.
Well,
we better not do it.
If that was the case, these numbers wouldn't be where they are.
They're going to make it close either way, Jeff. Bottom line. Yeah. They're going to make it close.
It's a landslide. You should be able to win it one way or another. There's none of this 97 to 87, 92, 82, 204.
Yeah, because that's not
in real world. In real world terms, you're absolutely right. But the problem is we're not playing. You know, you're thinking about checkers while they're playing chess. That's what I'm getting at.
So. All right, lock and load. I know that sound anywhere.
I know you know that.
Me too. It's a slide.
I know that sound anywhere.
Oh yeah.
So here's the question you guys have to ask yourself. The numbers that are being reported by who?
By each election commission.
Yeah, they get turned in.
Are they?
Supposedly. Right now, no. Who knows? It's that conglomeration of the frickin', the news wires that get together and do all this
crap. Guys, Pennsylvania is looking mighty. Pennsylvania's starting to turn red.
Good.
The reason why I say that is because I've got 4 different monitors on my screen. I actually have more, but I'm getting different reports from different groups.
I am too, yeah.
Stating different things.
I am too. That's why I flipped to Fox, and I had this 202 to like 216, but I flipped over to the other channel, and it wasn't even close to that.
So the question that I'm asking, and this is the question that I present to the panel, is the individual that wins the individual that wins?
It depends.
Well, Trump's winning by popular vote, but that doesn't mean he's winning by electoral or college vote.
Is he breaking up for everybody else?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. I thought it was me.
Jeff Norton?
Yes.
What I asked was, is the individual that wins the individual that wins?
That depends.
Yeah, if the number, it's a loaded question, because if the numbers are manipulated to begin with, and the feed is manipulated to begin with, you know, you're garbage in, garbage out, right?
Exactly.
Amen, brother. Amen. Absolutely.
But I think what we're seeing is we have 2 scenarios in which I think the latter scenario is more the thing, is that we have there's such a huge turnout within the Trump base that it's overpowering their, because, like, you know, everybody you talk to, so you're absolutely right. I've talked to a lot of people who I thought were liberals, and they come back and said, no, I'm voting for Trump. And when I talked to them today about their polling places all throughout the country, they said, yeah, it was packed, and everybody was for Trump. And
Well,
so I
or
think,
they're not voting at all because they're disgusted with the DNC and they can't make themselves vote for Trump, but they're not going to vote for her.
So let me ask you a question. So is this literally down to the wire if they're going to push the nuclear button or if they're going to play us off on the other side? I mean, is it literally the balance of sanity is what the actual numbers fall out to be before they push the elect button or the non-elect? I mean,
who knows what they're going to do, Jeff?
Is
at
this
this
down
point,
to the race? Is this really wire to wire?
Yeah.
Or are we just
It
watching
could be.
I think a lot of it, we're watching the circus, but at the end of the day, it's going to be up to whether or not they want to create insanity by stealing it, or whether or not they want to go ahead and let Trump in so they don't cause a civil war. Honestly, I think where we're at.
There's cases in which they can pay off all the basketball players they want to. There's cases where the other team just wins anyways.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think that's what we're seeing.
If you think the Super Bowl is won because it's won, that's not the truth. So
that's what I'm saying. Is that I think what we're seeing here is that the other team is just that good or that bad in this case, or the other team, Clinton team, is that bad that the Trump is offsetting the game playing that they were doing, the rigged system.
What we all hoped on is that maybe it'll happen that they can't.
Here we go.
They can't
CNN.
Yeah,
so they're saying that she took Oregon.
Trump took Utah.
And Trump took Nebraska.
That's surprising.
Well, we already
That's
knew that.
very surprising.
Well, Fox is
liberal.
projecting Trump to take Utah anyway.
Okay. That's cool.
See, and that's a liberal base. You have a bunch of Mormons, and they vote. Very liberal.
Hold on, but you got to. They don't vote against their party member, and with Romney saying that he's not going to support Trump, that pretty much killed the Mormon vote.
But here we are, Utah projected to win for Trump. So,
right, and it's not what Romney says. Check this out.
They project Trump to win Florida now too.
I'll let you in on a little secret when it comes to Mormons. They go with what their hierarchy tells them.
Well, that's what I'm saying. No,
whatever.
that's what I'm saying. And Romney was part of their. Isn't Romney part of their hierarchy?
Oh yeah.
Well, nice.
No, he's one
of their more well-known.
He's just a politician.
Yeah, but he's one of their more well-known.
He's not anything.
He's not like church leader.
Church.
Yeah, he's not like church leader. My point is, though, it's just like a celebrity to them.
Yeah.
Right. If you're going to call anybody church leader,
like
you're talking about Ted Cruz, and Ted Cruz jumped on the bandwagon 3 seconds before it left the station. So if you're talking about anybody that's going to bring anybody to anything, the people are going to follow Ted Cruz that were following and think that he was God.
Well, the only reason why Ted Cruz did is because you're looking at the next Supreme Court justice.
Right.
Probably. That's why I think he finally gave in or decided to support Trump and run the little phone bank thing.
Yeah.
After he said flat out he would never do it.
Yeah, why you can remember hearing lying Ted the entire time.
Oh, well, that and the fact that remember how with Cruz, how Beck was pushing him so hard out there, and then all of a sudden Beck still stuck with the whole I can't support Trump no matter what, but Cruz did. So it makes you wonder what kind of rift that created.
Yeah,
too.
but Beck was doing this whole prophecy thing too.
I know. Yeah,
he was
big time crazy.
He was into the whole Mormon, the whole prophecy. He wasn't voting. He wasn't voting.
All you got to say is that they bottled the LSD a little better on one side than they did the other. Okay?
Yeah, you would have thought he was. What was the guy that started the Mormon Church? Oh my gosh, Joseph
Smith.
Yeah, you'd have thought he was Joseph Smith or something. The way he was acting. I mean, that dude was out there.
See, now it's tightening. Now it's tightening in Michigan. But
L. Ron Hubbard, you want L. Ron Hubbard in there too?
Yeah.
Side note, what I was going to get at was I love how if it's a blue state, it's all blue. But if it's a red state, they've got to outline blue counties.
Well, and that's because they want to make sure that, like, Detroit was blue, up in Michigan.
Right.
Things like that. They got to make sure they get their dig in there.
Oh, all of Dearborn is going to vote for.
Oh my gosh!
Democrats.
Dude, I don't even. I can't even bring myself to go to that town.
You guys talk
no way.
You guys talk about doing something scary. That's the other thing I wanted to do is go there with a video camera and walk through there.
Hey, I got some.
You better hope they don't have a machete in hand.
Man, I'd drop them in a heartbeat.
Walk down. I did this. I walked down the street of Dearborn with a flag and my rucksack.
Did you really? Good for you, man.
I did, man.
What did they do? Did they say anything to you or nothing?
Oh man, one guy told me, "I Taliban."
How long ago was this, Damien? How long ago was this?
This was 2008.
Oh, dude, it's changed even immensely since then, I bet. Because I've heard the influx there is unbelievable.
I'll do it. And I don't.
I did it. I had a machete in my bag, too. Believe that. Right where I could reach it.
Michigan's concealed carry state. I'd machete my butt.
Yeah, see, like right where I'm at, it's kind of funny.
And I was traveling through, so... Like I
can go west and I can go south and I'm all right. And I can go south and I can go east and I'm pretty okay. But freaking Illinois, man, just gets right in the freaking way. That is a state you don't even want to freaking drive through anymore.
Hey, let me ask you guys a question. Anybody heard that YouTube has closed live broadcast because it can't handle it?
No, I'm pretty sure we're live.
I'm live now.
Somebody needs to look into it because supposedly YouTube has closed all live broadcasts.
No, I'm live now on YouTube.
I'm live right now as far as we can tell.
It says that right there in that little box, live.
Hey, live.
You had no reason to go say anything.
All right, we're just trying to find out.
Well, and see, here's part of the problem too. They are waiting to see what the public is saying.
How we're going to react. How we're going to react.
They are monitoring all of this now.
I guarantee it. They're monitoring exit polls. They're monitoring these little pubs that are doing these watch parties and all this other bullshit. Well, I mean, they're monitoring everything.
I will tell you that Google, they're saying Google is supposed to be discontinuing Google Plus Hangouts on air September 12th, but that September 12th pushes and they want everybody to go to YouTube Live. But no, they're not. I don't see anything.
No.
So basically, we got 9 more months of this.
There's no Xbox Live. Microsoft's shutting Xbox Live down.
What?
Yeah.
Shutting it down.
Oh, you
how do you mean?
A bunch of mad people. Oh my God.
How do you? That's one of their.
Reading your house?
No, Xbox Live. And
that's one of their biggest things, unless they're transferring it into a new name or something.
Well, it's going to Xbox 3. Yeah, Xbox Live is shutting down in 2017 for Xbox 360.
Oh, okay. Well, what they're going to do then basically is they're going to morph like they did some of their other services. Because what they're doing here, because I'm a big Xbox fan. I don't like Microsoft, but I enjoy that product. But basically what they do in a lot of those instances is they're trying to merge all games to be playable on PC as well as Xbox, especially with the new Xbox that's coming out next fall, is they're going to morph that into one service for both PC and Xbox.
Yeah, because that's the whole push with Windows 10 is that you can play your Xbox and
because I can do that right now. I can stream straight from my Xbox to my Windows 10 PC and play off of it.
I can tell you my PC. I'm a PC player and I love it.
See, I'm an Xbox guy because with my back and neck like it is, I cannot literally sit up at a keyboard and mouse anymore. For about 10 minutes, it kills me. But I can lay back on the couch and put my head against the pillow and freaking use a controller.
Well, you can use a controller. You can get a stream controller over.
Yeah, you can, but it's just easier on Xbox.
I'm just telling you, when you play Arma or when you like Arma or one of those, on a PC with 128 gigs of RAM. And 2 Titan X's. And it at full.
But freaking Titan cards are about $1,000 a pop, though, man. That's the killer for me.
It's fun, man.
If I'm running,
I bet.
If I'm running a gig of RAM, then because that's what I'm running. I'm running a gig of RAM on my PC.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
dude, that thing wouldn't power up most of the games from 10 years ago hardly anymore.
8 gigs.
8 gigs.
Now,
Yeah.
8 gigs will run decent, but it depends on the game,
Yeah.
and you would be really, really low res and low frame rate on a lot of stuff. That's why Xbox is coming out next year with the Scorpio, which is actually going to, I think, have 16 gigs of RAM and about 6 teraflops of computing power for the graphics.
Yeah.
And that by itself is going to be only because you can optimize your coding on a console versus what you can do on PCs that have so many different configurations. On a console, you can get a little more juice out of it, and that's going to allow 4K gaming.
Well,
But it's
Oh,
not
I'm sorry.
going to be. It's
No,
not
I
going to
was-
be high res 4K gaming though.
see,
I
I'm
was
running.
totally mistaken. I'm running 8 gig on my phone. We have like a ton on the computer.
8 gig on your phone, dude. My phone's top of the line, and it's 4 gigs on my phone with an 8-core processor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have LG Stylo. It's got 8 gig of RAM.
I think that's 8
your
gigs of
memory.
RAM.
That's your memory.
No, that's got to be your
Yeah.
card.
That's
yeah,
just your
not
memory. That's not your actual-
your RAM. You're
That's
no,
my
because
phone. Yeah.
I've got 4 gigs of RAM in my phone, and my phone is pretty well top of the line, dude.
Yeah.
I got a 32 gig micro SD in mine.
Yeah, but
And that other
that's
8
add-on.
megs is
And it's got
probably more
10
internal.
and it's
more
no, it's
internal
got
hard
10
drive.
no, it's
Hey,
got
guys,
10 gig of internal hard drive and then 8 gig of RAM.
Yeah. Hey, guys, Nevada's starting to lean towards the Democrat Party, but what's funny is Utah and Arizona is doing the red. So you got Nevada right in the middle with California and the Democrat, but Nevada is starting to lean towards the Democrats at the moment.
Yeah, I kind of went off on a tangent, just kind of take a break from this freaking numbers watching crap for a second.
Well,
I'm showing 222 to 209 Trump right now.
Yeah.
I'm showing.
it's the whole anticipation of what's going to happen
Florida.
when this
I
election
promise
is over.
we'll all wake up tomorrow and the world will still be spinning.
Hey, and it's called foreplay for sure.
And I say that when nobody's guaranteed tomorrow, but odds are that
And
now
are you
there
sure
is
it's
that
spinning?
CME. There is that CME that's supposed to hit us tonight.
Well, it's like what I mentioned earlier in the broadcast. Numbers don't lie, but if the way this is going, it's like, who's got
Now-
the most money? Who's got the most money to rig this
Oh, that's-
election?
That's absolutely. It's not even about the money, dude. It's about will they follow the agenda.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. That's it. Yeah.
Will they follow their agenda or will they follow what the American people want in order to avoid something major?
They don't care what the American people want. They just have to wonder if they're powerful enough to pull it off, or if it's going to come back to bite them in the ass.
Exactly, because are they going to really, literally, like I said, possibly create an insurrection in this country that they're not completely ready for, or are they, going to go ahead and bite the bullet and let the guy in because the overwhelming popular demand was that he get it and not her?
And wait it out a little bit longer. But the one thing that they have on their side, depopulation
Time.
is definitely an issue. No, population, because you know what? If they can speed up depopulation, then they make the issue go away real quick.
Well, that's true, but at the same time, they got to hope that they don't get caught in that same scenario, because at that point, people, if people are desperate enough, a lot of times, yes, they fight whatever's right in front of them, but some people go looking for the root cause.
Yeah, some people are tactical.
Mm-hmm.
We need a lot of tactical people in our situation right now.
Well, I'm sure
I'm
there
not
are quite a few.
I'm not advocating
No,
for
I didn't say
anything.
that.
But
I said we need a lot of tactical people in our situation right now.
yeah, I understand.
Yes, whether it be mindful or otherwise.
We need chess players, not checkers players.
Hey guys, I was going to tell you that I'm reading at on one website. They're saying that Trump for Wisconsin, they're saying very likely to win Wisconsin because he's plus 3.4 in Wisconsin, and also the other key state was Michigan, right?
Pennsylvania too.
Well, let's see
yeah,
what they say
Pennsylvania,
about
they're
it.
still saying too close to call.
This is a
232 now to 202.
Yeah, this is
Trump.
a statistics site that is looking. They said that
Wisconsin just got it.
Win Michigan is likely.
Sweet. Wisconsin just got called by Fox. 49 to 45. Trump.
And he took Trump. And he won Kenosha and Racine County. I'm telling you, man, when you win
Did
those
he?
two counties, yeah. Yep.
Right
What's the
on.
other one? Pennsylvania?
Yeah,
What
Pennsylvania's
really
too
should-
close to call right now, they're saying.
All right.
What really should-
188 Clinton.
Pennsylvania's still a toss-up?
Yes, they're saying.
See, do you see that red board almost all the way across? That's the way that it
Yep.
should look.
Yeah.
And Florida has gone to Trump. It's up 216
Yep.
now.
She
Awesome.
picked up Oregon, they're saying.
Yeah, I'm actually on a statistics site where it's live feeds. I think this is might be where
Wow.
this is like this thing looks like a gas pedal. It's pretty cool. Or a gas
Michigan is a 0.5 difference between them. Trump's leading.
They're saying that Michigan statistically, I just found this site because I started looking around with some of my buddies. So yeah, Trump is up 2.5 in percentage points.
Well, they showed him up 0.5 on mine, huh?
He's at 2 This is live. You guys got to see. I wish I could feed this.
Well, mine's
but I
supposed to
can't.
be live too.
No, this is like you're actually seeing the numbers coming in and they're changing like instantly.
Gotcha. Scott, you can give him screen share, can't you?
No, the problem is it's on the other screen. It's not on. It's not on my feed screen.
Is that the down?
Well, no,
that's
do this.
the
Go to.
Hey. Hi,
He's trying to talk to you, Scott.
We have
down 10.
We have a little chat in our little hangout here.
Yep.
If you'd like to link that to me, I'll pull it on mine and then rebroadcast.
Well, I was going to say, go to New York. I was going to tell you, just go to New York Times. And then they have the electrical. It's the electrical. The
Yeah, that's the one I've got. I've got that one too.
Iowa just got called for Trump.
Yeah, so it's a live results forecast. If you go to New York Times and you see live results forecast, and it's literally you pick the state and they're actually actually Trump on New York Times, they're saying right now Trump is 95% forecasted to win the election.
Wow. 238 to 209. Trump's what I've got right now. He needs 32 electoral votes.
See, you can't lie about all the people that go to the voting booths and to the rallies. And
they're trying awful damn hard.
Well, they can try to skew it all they want, but the whole fact is, the fact of the matter is, when it comes down to it, everyone who is a Trump supporter knows how well supported he is. And
yeah.
He's so well supported that there's no way that you could possibly falsify that Hillary Clinton became president.
Well, no, and that's the whole point, and that's why I said if they do go the other way, it's an obvious steal, I think, to anybody within their right mind. And that's why I said it's one of two things. I do think there may be some very bad things on the horizon because there are so many anti-Trumpers and they're so vehement about it because they've been indoctrinated by the left, like the BLM movement, people like that, that we may see some problems in some bigger cities. But at the same time, I don't think that compares to the potential problem could be if they steal it.
Yeah.
Right.
They're actually saying that Trump, statistically speaking, they're saying Trump is going to win 315 electoral votes.
Wow.
Before the night's over with.
Wow.
And that's like,
I don't care what he gets as long as he gets to 270.
Yeah, you guys got to put up that New York Times. It's pretty cool. I mean, you can actually watch. I mean, it moves like instantly. I mean, it's
Boy,
moving.
how many globalists you think are squirming in their seats right now?
Put that up.
Yeah, it's New York Times, and then once you get there, and then you'll see live presidential forecast.
Is that what you have up there, Scott?
I don't see it up there. No.
I wish Robbie was still talking for a bit because I I was going to say we can join him in his Brexit.
So you can come to Australia anytime, man.
You see live presidential forecasts.
There we go.
I don't see it.
Cool. It was up on my screen for a second. There it is. I see it. I got it.
And another thing that makes this different than any other election is, a couple of things actually. One is the varied content of the different major news corporations.
Yeah, usually they're pretty in line with each other on the calling of the states and whatnot. I agree there.
And another thing is this election in particular is okay. It does familiarize itself with the first election of Obama, but at the same time, it's much more solid because there's much more diversity than there was in that election.
Hey guys, the Hillary supporters live just started crying. They're frowning. The Hillary supporters are freaking out.
Where's it at? Where was this at?
Hey, what? It's over.
What? You know what town it was in or whatever?
Where were they at?
Oh, they're at the Clinton headquarters.
They were at Clinton headquarters in New York, and they were
balling up.
Dude, these people, you should have seen. It looked like something ran off their face and punched them in the mouth. They were
I don't wish ill will or harm on any other person, but man, I'm sorry that makes you smile just a little bit.
Did you guys talk about that? Did you see
I'm not gonna lie, that makes me overjoyed.
Did you see
the Clinton supporters? The Clinton supporters just went dark. They're completely freaking out.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Did you guys see the YouTube video with Chris Rock and who's the guy from High Times? You got to go watch it. It's great. It's on YouTube, but it's Chris Rock. And who was the guy that was married to Madonna, the High Times, the stoner?
I don't remember now.
Oh,
it's been a long time.
It's hilarious. You got to go watch it because, of course, Kid Rock. Oh, Kid Rock. Kid Rock is a big time Republican, and they get it. It's a great video at the end of the day. And it talks about where they're just in each other's face, and then they get the news that soldiers died, and then they completely turn around and
oh my God, it's 228 to 197.
I'm showing 238 to 209.
All right, let's go ahead and throw on just a little bit of this.
Who's showing it?
The media. I mean, 90% of the media lined up against him.
NBC.
4 or 5 stories a day in the New York Times. Today, 4 of them negative about him. And the people of America. And the people of America.
228 electoral votes, so not quite victory yet.
Well, 254, Trump to 209. Just jump.
254 to 209, baby.
Power of the people.
How much do you think
16 votes
Comey story played into what we're seeing right
now? It'll jump to 264 next. Watch.
Probably. What state has 10?
I saw a diagram earlier that they were showing. And it had 254.
What state did it have a 10 electoral votes? Do you remember?
The Washington establishment, perjury, Whitewater, the Mark Rich part, which to me was enormously upsetting.
Yeah, they just called Georgia for Trump. 53 to 43.
They got $10 million for that. Selling uranium to
Georgia.
Talking about selling uranium to Russia.
Oh, damn.
That was actually,
the world may come crashing down tonight.
That was actually on national news. They finally admitted
it.
They said
wow.
This is a mile marker in history right here.
Yes.
It may be, dude. This might be a very good night. They may be on a plane right now getting the frick out of Dodge.
Hey, guys. I want to tell you, hey guys, I just want to tell you, one of my people in the chat room said Anonymous just released a bunch of pictures with the Clintons with young girls.
Oh, I heard that was coming.
Holy cow.
I heard that was coming, but I kept waiting, and it never did show up because they kept saying they had something, a video with Clinton and like a kid.
They're showing. Anonymous just released it. They said that Anonymous is showing pics of Clinton with young girls.
Wow.
Let's put it in the Googler. Let's see if it's blocked yet.
Wow. I don't want to go see them. I'm sorry.
Jeff Norton, here's your big screenshot.
They're probably censored.
Yeah, but still,
guys, it's proof that we can change the world.
That's right.
This is proof. We can be all the way to the wire.
Oh, look at that. The whole bottom of the United States.
Oh, my God, yes.
Look at that.
You are welcome. You are welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
They got Florida? Oh, damn.
Yep, they took Florida.
Oh, damn.
It's all done.
What do you want to... What do you want to bet she doesn't concede tonight?
So wait a minute. So let me ask you a question. Everybody on the panel, let me ask you a question. If Ohio and Florida go Trump,
we won. Trump wins.
It really should be about it, man. He was only 16 votes away just a second ago, so I'm looking for any updates.
What would the 5 states that Trump had to win to be close enough to win it? What were those 5 states?
Right.
Well, you said Florida, Michigan, and Wisconsin, and he's won Florida, and it looks like he might give up Michigan, but it looks like he won Wisconsin.
Pennsylvania is a big one too.
I think he's at 228.
Oh no, he's like at 256 last I pulled.
No, 228 versus 209.
See, that's behind because mine was stuck there, and then it went to 256.
Yeah, because they had all those states that Trump needed to win. He needed about 3 out of the 5 to be close enough to win it. I think he's already done that now.
Jeff,
he should have almost all the states. Sorry, didn't mean to step on you there.
Oh no, we've all been doing it all night. It's been like a crazy night.
Jeff,
I'm right here, baby. Welcome to the rubber room. You are now in the asylum, and we are live, and we are going to take this to the max.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like I'm in a straitjacket right now, pacing the floor.
No doubt.
So I'm looking at Sky News with 229 versus 209, and I'm looking at NBC with 209 versus 228. So my information can't be that far off.
Trump is 254 to 209 on Fox.
Yeah.
Well, the reason why you're not like mainstream media, you're not seeing them publish or update and stuff is because they're like waiting for the fix to come in before they publish anything.
I agree with you.
And they might be trying to cull the masses right now. You know what I mean?
You know, they're probably making phone calls to Michigan and Wisconsin and saying, "All right, guys, start. You know, what can we do?"
They'll call the key state, the one that's about to hit Trump for president, and then the CME will hit. Boom, blackout.
Right? Hey, that's not out of the realm. Not out of the realm. A possibility. You never know. Because, okay, so we get hit by CMEs all the freaking time.
Yep.
Okay, I know this because I watch this stuff.
That's where most of your Aurora Borealis comes from.
Right, but it never hits down here. So, if any kind of geomagnetic anything happens here, it was perpetrated by somebody.
Probably. Man, that
you guys just
wannabe Republicans probably going to win in Missouri.
You just need to do a Faraday cage, though. I mean, if you're worried about it, just do a Faraday cage.
I'd like to do my whole house in one, but
I mean, my studio is my studio's in a Faraday cage, which is pretty cool.
But what happens when the power goes out to the Faraday cage?
Nothing. The Faraday cage is just basically what it is you can buy the screening and just set it up, and it's.
Oh, yours is not electromagnetized as far as power going to it all the time.
No, the Faraday cage. Basically, what happened? Well, I'm here in Florida, so where I'm at in my studio, they did the stucco, but they use the metal wire to hold the wall, the stucco in. Yeah. So it's crazy. I'll come in here and if I don't leave a door open or my other door, I can't get cell phone in this room. Which
they use that wire like that. But the thing is, a real Faraday cage most of the time has electricity running through it to create an electromagnetic field.
No, not really. A normal Faraday cage actually is just a wire cage.
Yeah, you just need something to disperse. But you can use, if you wanted to build a cheap Faraday cage, you can go get you can get either the screening that they use for plaster, or you can go get the metal screening that they use for your for like your screen doors. There is still the metal stuff, and then you can build a cage and put your computer inside that.
Yeah, but the ones I'm talking about, because I've done a lot of research on them, you actually have to have a current running through them.
They just got to be grounded. They have to just be grounded.
No, that's different. That's something different.
I will actually test this with Jeff Norton and Damien. A Faraday cage is literally nothing but a enclosed metal container, and it can be as simple as a garbage container.
Yes,
correct. I've seen those.
What you're talking about is an electromagnetic shield.
Yeah, but you don't need it. You just need a Faraday cage. So I mean, you can build a Faraday cage.
Right. And that's all it is. It's just metal wiring.
Now, if you can get your hands on them, you can go get yourself the old 386 Pine motherboards with the processors. Now, granted, it's not a 486, but the reason why a lot of our spacecraft use 386 processors, those are EMP proof. The older processors are because the distance between, well, there's not the shielding, the distance between, because the way the gold is because inside those processors, the circuitry and stuff is gold. They're far enough apart because they didn't have the technology to put them close enough so they'd be affected. So they're far enough apart that those processors, that's why everybody's like, why are our spaceship? Why is my watch more powerful than the spaceship computer? The reason, they're using 386 processors because of the electromagnetic, they're not susceptible to the electromagnetic. So
the gaps in them and whatnot too are different as far as the way they're
Because I'm actually looking at building an SBR right now, a ham radio on a 386 processor for that simple reason. So if you do have an EMP attack or whatever, I still have a ham radio that I can communicate to people. I mean, but the best thing to do is just build a Faraday cage and put your whole rig inside a Faraday cage. So.
And you are correct. I do apologize. There is a version of the Faraday cage that is used for electromagnetic shielding that does have current running through it.
Right.
And
then like I said, that's an electromagnetic.
Yes, and then there is the one that is not done with anything other than a ground. Yeah. They do have to be grounded.
The best one is copper. I mean, get your hands on some copper screening or whatever. That is by far the best.
Yeah, copper is the best. Besides, if you have the money, get some gold. But other than that, copper's the way to go. They're already saying Dow futures are down 700 points.
Wow.
The globalists are pissed.
Well, that holy moly.
Yeah, tomorrow might be crash day, guys.
This is gonna reshape our entire world.
It might. We will have to see. It's going to take a little time to see how it plays out, but it's definitely going to take a different direction for a bit, it appears.
Well, you know what?
Can I just point something out real quick?
Yeah.
Point.
How often do you see them show the stock market at night?
Well, they didn't show it. They just showed that it was down 700 points. They didn't show the actual numbers.
Well, they're just
that's what
showing
I'm
the
saying.
impact.
How often do they actually do that?
They're trying to
only
shame
when
us.
it's a massive. Well, yeah, only when it's a massive. But if they did the same thing with the Brexit.
Yeah, they're trying to shame us, though. They are.
Leading up to the Brexit and all that, back and forth, they were playing with those poor people over there, telling them their whole economy was going to crash and that they'd never be able to get any kind of trade deals with America or the EU or anybody else ever again, and yada, yada, yada. And then the Brexit went through, and their freaking stocks went down, and everything tanked for a few days, and then it leveled off, and it's come back up.
By the way, Trump just took Georgia.
So, yeah, he already had it about 10 minutes ago, I think.
Yeah, he's got the South. He's got the South wrapped up.
Yeah, and he's actually got the South a lot more securely than I recall any Republican having it quite that tightly in quite a while.
Well, just look at the red across the states, and that tells you.
He picked up Kansas, just showed. Yep, the whole South, man, from the Mason-Dixon line down is just solid. So
I don't think
stupid liberal Western states.
Right? No, I don't think I've ever seen a map that red.
Oh, this is one of the strongest I see. Now, 244 to 209 is what NBC is saying. But Fox had him up at like 254, I think, or 256, something like that.
Right.
So it's still varying, somewhat. But either way, it's not looking like a Clinton night. And that makes me a happy little camper. That means Satan got his ass kicked tonight.
So they just gave Wisconsin to Trump on Sky News.
Did they? Sweet.
Sky News is saying, yeah, Trump won Wisconsin.
Hey, can you
look
at the numbers on my screen?
It's so small on my screen, it's hard for me to freaking see
269. 269 to 209.
Yep.
He's at 269?
Yep.
Whoa. Oh, damn.
One more.
What do you want to bet? What do you want to bet? She will not concede tonight. What do you want to bet?
So,
well, she probably can't because you can't concede when you're on an airplane going over the Atlantic.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sorry, Miss Clinton is unavailable right now.
Hey, guys, she's not going over the Atlantic. Those are extradition countries.
Well, I don't think she's too liked in
that one yahoo that committed murder went and hid out in France forever because they don't have extradition with us.
Yeah,
she could go to Haiti.
She's going west.
Yeah, she can go to Haiti.
Yeah, go to China.
She can go to Hades too.
I'm sure they'd put her up somewhere.
Look at the people at the Clinton rally. Look at their faces. Look at
wow, the Dow futures are down 774 right now. It's still going down.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Where'd you see 269? Because I'm getting 254
on
still.
Sky.
Oh, on Sky, okay.
I'll even pay for her flight.
That's
to
because
Haiti.
Sky's already called Wisconsin for.
To Haiti or Hades?
Hey, no, not Haiti. She's already part of Haiti.
So
I want to send her to Haiti.
So he took Missouri,
I'm
too.
I'm sure they'll give her a warm welcome.
Good. I figured Missouri would go that way.
Jeff Norton's New York Times is projecting 95% chance Trump's winning.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he said that about 30 minutes ago.
Right? And we have one vote to go, one electoral vote before he's officially
announced it.
Yeah.
I'm expressing support for Jeff Norton, saying that the New York Times, and I'm supporting what we're seeing out there, and just saying that, hey, the New York Times, that liberal F-tard paper, is projecting 95% greater chance that Trump's going to win.
Yeah, I wonder what old Carlos Slim, whatever his freaking name is thinking about that. It's got the billionaire in Mexico. It's got the big stock in the New York Times.
Oh, you're talking about Slim Pickens?
Oh, yeah.
No, the Mexican guy that's like the richest guy in this hemisphere or whatever.
The number went down again.
Yeah, it's T-Bone Pickens.
No. The Mexican guy lives in Mexico he's like a billionaire that actually has the most money, I think, in this hemisphere that owns part of the New York Times.
Oh, does he? Oh.
Yeah, his nickname is Slim, but I can't remember what is Carlos something. I can't remember his last name.
Shady. Slim.
Yeah, Slim Shady. That's it.
No,
I'm the real Slim Shady.
I think there's a lot of people, and this goes both ways here. I think there's a lot of people shitting their pants.
Oh, yeah.
And I think there's a lot of people saying, "Ding dong, the witch is dead."
Yeah. How many Bets Podesta's on here the same flight getting the hell out of here too?
I'm just upset because we got a lot of plane tickets to be buying these celebrities for our conversation yesterday.
All of them that said they wanted to leave the country.
Yep.
They're all coming your way, Jamie.
Yeah, and we said that we would be more. We're gonna
I'll put them on the Barbie. I'll eat them.
We're gonna start the Kickstarter campaign first thing tomorrow.
Shit, they already said they were going on their own recognizance. I ain't worrying about it. I'll just help them back.
Yep, they're not coming in. No way. I don't want them in.
They're going on air, so
you can let all the libtards come over there and try to change your country even more.
Oh, bugger that! I'll come to you guys then. How's that?
Hey,
come on over, buddy.
Come on up, brother. Come on up.
Shrimp on the Barbie.
Hey, at least the toilets flush the right direction up here.
Yeah, I don't know. Scott liked my music. I gave him a couple of bands the other day.
So what?
He is not comforting my tush with his hand. It's not happening.
Hey, but you know what? If you go out there where Scott's at, it would be damn near like if you out back in the desert out there for you.
You're an asshole.
So what is? Hold on. So what's going on in Arizona, guys? I saw there were some lawyers up there at the Arizona talking to Maricopa County.
There's been a big hoodoo about Maricopa that I heard earlier today, and I didn't catch all of it.
Actually, Joe Arpaio is losing.
Is he? I heard that the money from outside the state coming into that election was enormous.
It was, and I'm really
Soares is going to fight that campaign any way he can.
Oh, yeah. That's probably where most of the money came from.
I'll be back in a sec, guys. Just hold on for a sec. My partner's here. I'll be back in a sec.
Okay, I'm holding.
Yeah. Don't walk away.
Hey, don't shake it more than 3 times you're playing with it. You're just holding it.
But I'm actually a little concerned. Sheriff Joe is one of those guys that even though he's old and senile and not quite.
Oh, that dude's an institution out there, man.
Yeah. And he's constitutional.
Absolutely.
He is constitutional. And
the way that he runs his jail system out there ought to be a model for most of the sheriffs in this country, because those people, the way they're not treated completely without dignity, but he makes them understand, A, they messed up, and B, they don't want to come back to jail. And, he works them, but he doesn't work them like, dogs, like they try to make it out to be. He makes them wear the pink outfits, the whole 9 yards. And people, if they started getting treated that way as opposed to basically going to the Four Seasons sometimes, with 3 hots and a cot, they wouldn't want to go back.
Right.
You know what?
There's a little bit of humiliation mixed with some dignity, and you get to learn a life lesson and become a productive part of society.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't want to go to any place that was where I'd have to do like that versus some of these jails, man, they've got freaking cable TV. You can go back to school. You can freaking, do about just whatever you want to do.
What time does Alaska Polls close? I
think they closed with the West Coast, Bubba. I'm not sure, but I think they did.
They closed with White. Hey, on Maricopa, when I first moved out here, do you know what the one thing that literally everybody told me
Don't go to jail.
You do not drink and drive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, and I'm not joking with everybody. I literally mean everybody I talk to says, do not drink and drive out here.
The locals know when they're hardcore on stuff.
What are you talking about, Joe Arpaio State?
Yep.
Yeah, he lives right there, dude. He lives right there with Joe.
Yeah, well, check this out. I know all about it. My mom's boyfriend got picked up for a DUI, okay? And check this shit out. He said they put him in a tent in the desert, and he said they didn't give a rat's ass about you. He said, listen, they put you in a tent, and you serve your time out there. They don't give a crap about you. The food will just about kill you.
Crap.
And he's a crybaby. And he said, Joe Arpaio is a crazy MF. He said, I'm telling you right now that he said, I've never been any place. Now, this guy's had a couple of DUIs in other states. He got to Arizona and found out.
He's leading Michigan. She's leading Pennsylvania by like 30,000.
Actually, the New York Times is saying there's a 71% chance that he's going to win Pennsylvania.
70. Oh, on Pennsylvania. Okay, because it's close. It's very close. Like I said, it's like 35,000. 35,000 is the difference. She's winning Pennsylvania right now. 87% reported. Now, Michigan, he's ahead by about 50 grand.
Michigan, they're saying there's a 77% chance that he's going to win Michigan.
All right, and Jeff Lehman, the reason why we were talking about...
Pennsylvania just closed up. It just closed up within 7,000 votes.
I'm not seeing it. Where are you seeing it?
I'm on Fox right now. 2.555 versus 2.548. 48.3 versus 48.2. She's winning by 0.1%.
All right, I have 15 freaking screens in front of me. How do I not have that?
And she's winning Nevada by 5 points. She's winning Nevada by about 40,000 votes by 5 points.
How? There's nobody in Nevada.
That's what I'm saying. They've got about 750,000 votes overall, roughly, and she's about 40,000 votes ahead of him, which is equal to 5.2 percentage points.
Here comes the fix, guys. The fix is in.
Oh, he just jumped ahead of her. He just jumped ahead of her in Arizona.
I can tell you he's going to take Nevada because Nevada again. I'm gonna point to the open carry thing. They're very strong on their values there.
ABC is calling Nevada for Clinton.
Really, New Hampshire, he's ahead of her by 0.9.
Everyone they've called for Clinton, he's won.
Yeah. Hey, Jeff. Yeah. Scroll down on your screen there on my New York Times screen. Scroll down.
No.
Hold on. Oh, I'm not running the feed.
Oh, I thought who's running the feed? Oh, I thought you were. Hey, Scott. Yeah, in the New York Times. Scroll down.
All right.
I'm all for it, but
you got it. Hold on 1 second.
I can't believe we're actually this close to getting
that
results.
That actually shows you the results or what the percentage is right now by state. What they're going to call. This is what New York Times is calling right now.
Well, look at that 305 to what 233. Yep.
Wow.
If that happens, it'll be cool. If it happens in that order, but right now I just want to see that 270.
Hey, did you see the leader of ISIS is actually winning in his state? Really?
Yes. And by the way, the funding of
what now?
Explain, please.
Yeah, I'm a little lost. What the hell are you talking about?
John McCain is the leader of ISIS.
Oh, duh. Okay, I got
the financier.
The inventor of
Songbird McCain.
Yeah. Lion
right.
Double Agent McCain.
Oh, hey, here you go. Let's see. Do I have this one? Wait.
Yeah, did you guys hear that actual audio that came out, leaked out of the National Archives, showing him actually doing exactly what he said he didn't do over there? He was actually on their public radio, not their public, but their military radio broadcasts, saying his full name, rank, serial number, the whole 9 yards, and, basically telling them, that we had perpetrated acts of war against them and that we were more or less the bad guys. I'm paraphrasing, but yada, yada, yada. And it was pure propaganda he put out for them.
Oh, yeah. We actually knew.
Well, we knew about it, but my point is the audio actually leaked not long ago.
Now, you really want to think about something sick? You think about Homeland and think about how close to reality Homeland was versus what we know now.
Oh, yeah.
No, but I mean, think about it. The TV show that we watched for entertainment was actually money.
There've been a lot of these shows here lately out of Hollywood. If you pay attention, dude, they're hitting on a ton of the stuff, whether it's Homeland or Continuum or
Quantico.
Yeah, dude, Jericho back in the day when it was running. Oh my gosh, dude.
Yep.
I'm back, guys. My partner's running around like he's got a sugar.
Hey,
there he is. There's
another
Trump.
one that's actually great. If you guys really want to see a great one, go watch Revolution, and you'll see the fractions. When you see the fractions, it really does start to make you understand where we could be right now. And I'm telling you, go watch Revolution. It's a series. It was a couple years back.
I never could get into it too much, but I tried. Yeah, I tried to watch it, and I couldn't get into it.
Man, I'm telling you, it had some beautiful turns in it. And when you saw, you could say, man, that's pretty close to laid out script. That's reality. There was a lot.
Oh yeah, if you go dig it through, what was that Matt Damon one that he was in where? Oh damn it! I can't think of the name.
The Bourne.
Yeah, no, the one Scott said.
Bourne Identity.
Norton.
Oh yeah.
Norton said that when Elysium was freaking.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, dude. That one had so much truth to it if you paid attention to it.
Yep.
And some of the Tom Cruise stuff, he hits on some of it in Jack Reacher. He hits on some of it in a few of the other ones that he's done.
Snowpiercer was another one.
Snowpiercer. Well, the reason why they have though, I mean, you got to think about it. Who's Hollywood hiring? Hollywood hires the guys who are part, that are part of the organization to help write these movies.
Now, Norton, you're not the conspiracy junkie. We are.
Oh, okay. I'm supposed to be. Okay. I'll be the level-headed one. Okay.
He can't have an opinion.
That's right. Guys,
I'm officially launching my new hat. It will be shaped just like a tinfoil hat. It'll look like a Hershey's Kiss, and it'll say conspiracy theorists coming out of the top. Well, and Jeff, you better jump on this with me because we're going to produce this. Everybody.
Hey, can you put a little propeller on top?
Are you going to put the eye in the middle of it too?
I just want a little.
Well, I'm wearing my. Hey guys, you guys can't see it, but I'm wearing my Soviet rocket hat because I want Putin to know if Clinton won, I want Putin to know that I don't have a beef with him.
No doubt, man. Don't put your missiles this way.
That's right. Don't bomb me.
Now, gentlemen, please. I understand where Jeff Lehman and Jeremy and Damien are. Jeff Norton, you're a bit of an observer on our wait a minute. Let me finish.
Okay, go ahead.
Jeff, I appreciate that you are interested and intrigued by the insanity that we so live by, but
you have no idea who you're talking to, do you? This is what I want you to do. Go to YouTube and type in The Midnight Patriot.
You can't. All YouTube streams are down right now. All live stream YouTube are down. Yeah. Yes.
So
yes,
so you understand? I was doing podcasting 4 years ago.
I'm telling you, they're down. I just saw it.
Yeah, I can tell just talking to Jeff that he's at the very least on our level.
I created a website called Patriot FB, which is a Patriot Facebook page. And the reason why I shut it down because I got so tired of the feds coming and knocking on my door, getting with subpoenas for people, and I was like, I'm not getting paid to do this, and my legal fees were greater than most people make in a year.
Calm down, Scott. Calm down.
I appreciate that. I listened to a show and somebody asked you about the black-eyed kids.
The black-eyed children, yeah. The black-eyed, yeah.
And a black goon. And your reaction was, I have no clue on both. And I'm like,
okay. All right, hold on.
All right. We're going to put Norton up on a shelf. We love him. He's a great guy.
Yeah.
But yeah,
have you ever watched? Scott. Let me kind of tell you where I'm coming from. Have you ever watched This Old House? With Bob Vila?
Did.
Everybody's watched This Old House.
You know damn well Bob Vila knows how to put in a door and a window.
But you'll never see him do it.
And you'll never see him do it. And number one, he always asks, "Hey, how do you do this?" So the purpose of my job as in my show is
to get the information out of people.
That's right. I'm not there to give them. I get flamed. The biggest complaint that I get from people that listen to my show is I talk too much. It's my show. And no, go listen to the complaints on YouTube. I mean, the biggest complaint is I talk too much.
I don't listen to any complaints. I listen to you.
I know.
And I would love, and I'm hearing you explain. So please continue.
You know, that's the nature of the show. My job is as a host of a show is to have the guest, whoever I have on the show, they're the expert. And then what I do is I ask leading questions and play dumb so that they can educate me.
You're a sponge, even if you already knew it or not.
Jeremy,
you're a sponge.
Jeremy, hush. We're listening. Yeah.
No, that's fine. So
Confucius do tell.
Yeah. So no, I know what black-eyed children are. There are some things, though, I will tell you that I don't know anything about. They're like, and that's usually names. Like someone will go, I hate when people do that on my show. They're like, have you ever, saw that? And it's like, do you know how many people are there in the world that, no, I mean, if you stay with like the main people, yeah, I know them. But when you start getting into the esoteric people, I can't read everything. But
is that Joe Bob the 3rd, 4th, 5th, or 7 billion?
Yeah, they'll be like, have you ever read so-and-so's book on that? And it's like, no, I haven't.
You know what? Norton, and this is for Norton, and this is an honest evaluation. Thank you, because I really appreciate that. I was truly turned off, not in a bad way, just kind of like, yeah, okay, whatever kind of thing.
You were turned off in a good way?
You turned on in a way. How do I turn? Hey, Scott, how do I turn you on, buddy?
No, I meant turned off in a good way.
No, I get it. I get it.
Turned off, and it just okay. I'm not turned on.
Sure.
In that regards, because
no,
your explanation actually makes a lot of sense, and I appreciate that, and can actually applaud it.
Yeah,
you're playing the show me how to fix this.
Yes,
in the Bob Vila kind of way.
Yep. And hopefully, I'm asking the questions that you want answered. And I can't. And that's what aggravates. Hey, since we're talking about it, the one thing that aggravates me about my show is I don't have enough people in the audience to ask questions, to give me questions to ask the guests. I have the ability, and I'll tell you, pretty much most of the questions I ask, the majority of them do come from the listeners. And what I do is I weed them into the conversation, and that's my strength. That's what I'm good at doing, is to take your question and make it part of the natural speak. Not make it sound like a question. Well, sometimes I'll say, well, the listener, I have a listener, he wants to ask you a question. Most of the time I'll be sitting there and go, well, what do you think about this person? Or what do you think about this theory or that theory? And that comes from the listeners. I can seamlessly get it in. And that's what frustrates me about my shows. I don't have enough live listeners. We get a lot of people that download our shows after the fact. And it's hard because I understand 10 to 2 in the mornings, kind of most people are in bed or sleeping. But, I need that. We need those live listeners. I mean, because if you, like with Black Eyed Children, you know, obviously you're a SME, you're a subject matter expert on that, or you know more about it. So you can ask the question. Yeah, of course, I know fundamentally what they are, but there's probably black goo, you know, when we talk about black goo and stuff, there's probably some more questions, and you guys have a ton more knowledge than I do. You know, and it just drives me nuts that I don't get the listeners the live listeners that actually contribute to the show.
You know what you might do, Jeff, on that too, since you're getting more downloads than you are live, is put out a little polling type deal on questions prior to your shows and see what kind of hits you get on that. And then maybe you'll get a bundle of questions.
That was one of the things someone told me to do, is say, hey, look, why don't you announce instead of the day of? Why don't you announce who you're going to have, and then start taking questions, you know, ahead of time for the listeners. And we're thinking about doing that. The other thing is we are talking about actually doing the show during prime time hours, normal hours, and then just doing a refeed at night, late night. Yeah. And, because my goal for this show, for the Midnight Ocean, is to have guests 50% of the time and listeners calling in, talking to the guests and interacting with the guests 50% of the time, and me just be a moderator. Cool. That's what I want.
That's a very, I like the interactive side of that. Guys, Michigan right now, he's leading by 23,000 votes. It is that close.
But the New York Times is saying Michigan is 80% chance that he's going to win.
Okay, well, I hope it stays there, because right now it's a 0.7 difference between them.
Yeah.
And Norton, I just from my perspective,
sure.
I'm actually, from this conversation, you flipped me around, man, and
thank you.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
And it's hard to flip him around or turn him on.
Yes, it is.
So I'll tell you another thing too, is that I've told myself from day one, I am the most accessible host that you're ever going to find. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me, and you know, I set up, how many guys do you know that do a podcast? I set up a text messaging system so people can go and text message me and talk to me and stuff during the day. I'm here, butt in seat, after I do my show from 11 o'clock until 5 o'clock every day, where I just sit here and if you have suggestions, if you have comments or whatever, give me a shout, man. You know, hook me up. I mean, I'll talk to you.
And that's absolutely impressive. I'm absolutely the most inaccessible host ever. I have 10-foot cinder block walls with concertina wire and large dogs.
Yeah.
And he's just a jerk most of the time anyway.
Large dogs.
No, my Skype runs. I'll give it out right now. If you want to Skype me during the day, it's listener.themidnightocean, and that's it. So it's listener.themidnightocean, or you can call me. The phone number is 352-388-3900. Anytime during the day when I'm sitting in front of my computer, which, like I said, starts at about 11 o'clock and then goes until about 5 o'clock, that Skype is up and running, and you can Skype me anytime. You can text me. Yeah, I'll talk to anybody.
And, you know, I will say this, and this will be my last little note. As an old DJ, as an old general manager, I appreciate, Jeff, your attitude towards radio, because you do your perspective is spot on for how an interviewer should be.
Thank you.
I love radio.
You're sincere to the craft.
Thanks. I love radio, and I'm trying right now to bring back old time radio. I don't know if you guys have listened. I get good positive, but I get negative too, where I'm bringing back like the old. I got all the old Western shows from the National Archive, like the Lone Ranger and stuff, that we're remastering.
Oh, right on.
And we want to play those during the weekend and stuff. The old time radio, the old shows.
You could
Hey,
actually
guys.
go get like some old Orson Welles or
I have
something, man.
them. I have them
Dude,
right
you're
now.
right on. That's cool.
I'm
Yeah, wait a
waiting
minute.
for legal right now to,
Yeah, I
because
was wondering.
there's some
I was wondering how
lawsuits.
you'd license that. Yeah.
Yeah, there's some legal stuff I got to
Hey
do.
guys, who was it that actually said my job is to play the idiot? There
Me.
was
You.
That was me.
there was an old, and it could have been Larry King. It could.
Yeah.
God, there was an old
Was it
broadcaster.
Walter Cronkite?
No, I
Maybe.
think it was Paul Harvey.
Paul Harvey and the rest of the story.
Yes. Paul Harvey, and he stated, he's like, my job is to play the idiot and to let them
Oh
fill
my
in.
gosh, guys! I'm sorry. 2,000 votes separate them in Pennsylvania, with 92% in.
Yeah. Well, like I said, yeah, it's not my job to, and I got to get, actually, one of the things that I'm working on is keeping my mouth shut during a show. I have to let the guest, and I'm trying to do that, and I think I'm getting better at it, is to let the guest just talk, and to me, when it starts slowing down. But that's the other thing too. People don't realize I'm doing a 4-hour show every night. And with guests, some guests most of the guests aren't used to the conversational style. They're most of the interview. They'll send me like, ask me this question, ask me that question. I'm like, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to talk to you like a human being. And
They're used to that.
And
formatted.
they're not used to that. So there's times where I have to talk to fill that dead air, because dead air in radio is bad.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is when you're on a format, you can just jump to the next question. Yeah. But if they give a long, pause or what have you, and you're doing the conversational style, then you can end up in a kind of awkward silence, if you will.
I mean, all my interviews are 2 hours long, and most of them go to 4. That's a long time.
Yes, that is. That's a very long interview.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. And
And I just got a YouTube strike for copyright.
Did you really?
No, I'm just saying for that music in the background. It's all right.
Here's another.
I'm not gonna. I'm not
you can have
monetizing.
up to 7 seconds in a play.
wait a
play.
minute. How was that?
That is.
So if I go like, screw you guys, I'm going home. That's not going to get
no. Guys,
No, you can do up to 7 seconds, and it's okay.
I had Ed Roman. I had Ed Roman on the show, who was Indie Artist of the Year. I had him on the show playing his music, and I got a YouTube strike.
Oh yeah, dude. I was watch him a whole lot, but Dabu 7.
Yeah,
he has his own music too, and he got hit too one time for his own damn music.
Yeah, it's funny. I had the guitar player for Michael Jackson during the Bad Tour, the blonde. She was on the show, and she's like, "Yeah, go ahead and play it." Sure enough, got a YouTube strike. I'm like, what?
Yeah, see, and that's crazy, dude. And then you got to go through all the hassle of fighting with YouTube, saying, look, the person that would have had the license is the one that played it play it.
Yeah, they're the ones that allow me to do it. Well, I lost one, though, because apparently the musicians, see, the problem is when you use studio like albums, even though the musician is the guy that owns it, you have the studio musicians as well.
Yeah.
And so you have to.
She's picking up states on the downside, guys. Right now, he's stuck at that 254.
I'm
there.
No,
he's
it was
stuck at
269.
Well, I'm just telling you what this one's saying. He's been stuck at 254 for a while. She was stuck at 209. They're starting to call, though, some of these other smaller states that are starting to build her up. And so they're going to wait till the very end with this Pennsylvania, Minnesota crap to leave us hanging onto those two states to see whether or not he gets it.
John, can you look at this? Can you please look at this map and tell me? Wait, where is it? There it is.
Say what map? Oh, it's very red.
You see how red that is?
I heard she is where I just saw where it looks like she's going to take Nevada from the looks of it.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, they said 83% chance that she's going to win Nevada. This is what they're saying. Maine, 86%. This is for Clinton. So Maine is at 86%, Nevada's at 83%, Minnesota's at 60%, and New Hampshire's at 60%. That's the percent.
So she may take Minnesota as well.
Well,
then.
here you go.
Damn
So
it.
Michigan, 64% likelihood that Trump's going to take it. Pennsylvania's 85% that Trump's going to take Pennsylvania.
Those are the two I think he needs.
95% that he took Wisconsin, 95% that he's going to take Arizona, and 68% that he's going to take Alaska.
So I think Fox already has him taking Arizona.
California.
Oh, dude, that's blue.
Yeah, that's blue.
So wait a minute. So let's project. So if he takes Arizona, that's 11. That brings him to 2.
He's at 305. He wins at 305.
If that prediction comes out, it's at 305.
She's
but
at
right now, see,
233.
Fox has it. He's got Arizona already and a few of the other states that he was talking about, and he's at 254, which is going to basically bring him to 2 states, Pennsylvania and Michigan. It's looking like are going to be the 2 states that are going to be the hang-ups right now, because she's got a lock on a lot of the other states.
Well, he's got 85% lock on Pennsylvania right now.
I hope so. Because tell you what, man, I'll be ready for this crap to get over with. They're going to run it up to the very end, I think.
USA Today just announced that they're printing right now. They're printing it out that Trump takes it.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
What's it say? Give me what it's.
Trump's strength calls for close contest.
Trump's strength calls for close contest. So they're saying it in no form or shape. They're saying it, well, it's closed, and Trump's going to take it, is what they're saying.
Wow.
So they're going to leave it open to all these lawsuits and debates and all this other BS, probably.
Well, if he takes...
Wait a minute. Let's listen to the projected Hillary.
Up on, perhaps after the break, about is this... We're going to take a break. We'll continue in a moment.
We're going to take a break.
As I said, 13 minutes after midnight here on the East Coast. Our coverage will continue after this.
Hang on.
That's funny.
Wait for it.
Right?
I know Megyn Kelly will be looking for a new job tomorrow.
She's trying to get a new contract with Fox, and I guess she tried to go out and try her wares out on the market, and nobody bid.
Well, she blew it. She's done with Fox. Her contract's over.
Well, I've heard that she's close to re-signing with them, but not for the money she was wanting.
It's not going to be a big
They've already got a person that wants to take that spot.
Everyone wants that spot.
Yeah, it doesn't mean that they won't re-sign her, though, and put her back on daytime or something. Because they basically built her personality.
Sure. They build them and tear them down at will, don't they?
Yep.
Look at how close they're calling this. 1%.
Clinton to win Nevada, they're saying, like I was talking about.
Man, I don't know about that. I know a lot of people in Nevada, and they are all, and every single person that I know in Nevada is voting Trump.
They were probably more your rural, decent, good old boy types.
No, wait a minute.
I lived in Carson
for
City.
The record, in Nevada, there are no rural people. Nevada is...
Yeah, true. Yeah.
That's not true. That's not true at all. There's lots of rural people in Nevada.
Okay, Damien. Nevada is 99% federal land.
That's a fact. Yeah.
No rural people. It's lost.
Well, there are some people that live out there and lease the land and whatnot, but
hey,
I get your point.
There's people that own property out there.
Breaking news. Libtards are running for Canada.
And Australia.
Whoopi Goldberg and Rosie O'Donnell are running for Canada.
They're gonna come jump into your kangaroo pouches.
I'm still waiting for Arizona to be called.
They're gonna find it wet and sticky.
Hey, you know what's funny? There's your new government in Canada. The libtards are going to take over Canada.
Hey, Jeff, we're already running, Jeremy, we're already run by liberals here in Australia.
I know. You need all of them, though. I mean, come on.
Hey, well, welcome. Hey,
what's a few more?
Welcome to Miley Cyrus's world.
You're already upside down and backwards, so.
No. I'm upside down, but on top.
Hey, you're upside down, but on top. I can't wait to see the new singles coming out from Beyonce, Miley Cyrus, all of them from Down Under, since they're not going to do their albums from here anymore.
Jay-Z's going to have to go down there and pick up an accent.
No, I'll be listening to me rock and metal music though. I don't like the house. No.
Oh well, Springsteen and Bon Jovi and all those were back in Clinton too, so you can have them.
They're all coming to see you, brother. They're leaving the country.
Yeah, when had John Bon Jovi made a good album? When?
John Bon Jovi was not metal.
No, not at all.
No.
He was pop culture.
Yeah, they just called Nevada for her.
Yeah.
Oh, man. That makes me very sad.
Yeah, 30,000 votes ahead of him, and they called it.
That makes me extremely triste.
3.9% lead on him.
Earlier, it's Big Show.
Bon Jovi hasn't made a good album in like 30 years, but the point is you can have him.
No, hey, talking about Bon Jovi, there was an interview on radio yesterday here in Australia. The reason why he doesn't like touring Australia because it's too far for him. He won't come to Australia on this new album that he's got out.
Well, dang, man, it is kind of out of the way.
Yeah, it is. It is a bit. He just doesn't know how to swim. That's the problem.
You have to fly like an extra 20 hours to get down there.
Hey, I've done it.
That's only because of all the layovers. Sorry.
Yeah, and then when you get there, you're a freaking day off. I mean.
Well, there's plenty to see here. Plenty of full moon, too.
Well, he's ahead by 34,000 now in Michigan. And
I tell you,
he's ahead by 3,000 in Pennsylvania. Dang.
I would like to see the Australia Borealis.
I would love to just go down there. It's beautiful. My brother went several years ago.
Aurora Australis is what it is.
Yeah.
Aurora.
Yeah, the Borealis is up north, isn't it?
Yeah. That's the Aurora Borealis, and then Aurora Australis is.
Is that what is this? Australis? I didn't know that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love my stars, man.
But say, back in 2002, I went to Canada, and then just after, in the Iraqi invasion, I went down to Seattle. To fly from here to Canada cost me $1,500 Australian in return. Cost me $1,500. But I was over there for 6 months.
Yeah, but man, that's a lot of money for a plane ticket. Golly.
But here's the thing. If I caught a round trip on Air India, that could have been a 12-month purchase ticket, so I can fly in and out within that 12 months. It was going to cost me $1,300.
Wow, do they serve like Slurpees or Ices or whatever on that flight?
Yeah.
Sorry, man. That's an American joke.
I know. Hey, when I went to Canada, when I went to Canada, all they wanted me to say, the dingo ate me baby.
Wait, I'm lost.
God.
Why did
a dingo ate me baby?
Wait. Why did the dingo eat the baby?
That's what they wanted him to say when he came up from Australia to Canada. That was the phrase they wanted him to say.
Because there was a murder scene.
Why? Why did the dingo eat the baby?
Okay, Scott. Back in the early 80s, there was a couple who had a baby. No, this is true.
No, it's actually pretty sad, actually.
It is. It's a true story.
It was on a Simpsons episode, too.
I'm literally effing with you.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
There was a couple who had a baby, and they reckon that the baby was eaten by a dingo. They went to court, and
Didn't she go to jail for a while?
She did.
Yes, he did. It's only just recently that the Northern Territory judge had overturned the result and basically say, yeah, the dingo did eat the baby.
And you want to make comments about me not knowing black-eyed children? How can you not know that, man?
I'm going to tell you straight up, I didn't know that story.
I've been racing dingoes for about 15 years now.
Wow.
And I have not gotten one of them to steal a baby. Not one.
Yeah. Well, apparently the judge basically turned around and said, yep, the baby did it, and it actually overturned it. And when I heard about it, I said, that is a lot of crap. I walked around with dingoes. They're like a domestic. I mean, the Aboriginal.
Yeah, they're just like a dog. I mean,
yeah, they're like a domestic. Yeah, go.
I'm thinking about plastering the baby with peanut butter. Maybe.
Yeah. So, bait. You can hit me all you like, man. You can hit me all you like. I'm not taking a bait. I'm really not.
Hey, do you ever have any run-ins with wombats down there? Or?
Oh, we got two different type of wombat. We got the hairy-nosed wombat and the fat-ass wombat. Which one do you want?
I didn't know that.
You have a hairy nose and a fat ass.
Yeah. You know, we're talking about game on X. We're talking about Xbox gaming earlier. There's a guy on there that he's from Australia that occasionally play I go along with online, and his gamer tag is Wombat Knackers.
Yeah.
So, hey guys, I want to switch the topic here. I don't know if you guys are seeing this. So apparently LAPD is now in riot mode.
Oh shit! Because Trump's looking to win. I told you.
Peso is now bottoming out. Peso's in record low.
It has been pretty bad for the last week or two, I think.
Yep.
They've been on riot mode since after the shooting, so that started actually way earlier in the day.
But then the Silicon Sultans, everybody in Silicon Valley, and this is on Drudge. I can't believe. Hey guys, PC correctness is going away because Drudge just wrote in his headline. He says Silicon Sultans shit themselves.
Oh, he's been his headlines have been a lot like that lately.
Yeah. Scott, we're up to Scott. We're up to
have a link that I can bring up.
Yeah, Scott, we're up to 8 hours now. I think is it running out of time to do the live stream, or what's happening?
Yeah,
well, they're showing Clinton HQ guys again right now, and those people are sitting there very stoic.
Well,
they are
they just realized the House of Cards came crashing down.
Well,
it may have. It's not over yet.
It's not over yet because they can still if they pull Wisconsin and Michigan and Pennsylvania, then they haven't come in yet, even though everybody's saying. But you got to remember, look at the Illinois with President Kennedy and stuff. You know, at the last minute.
Yep.
A lot of votes just slowly appeared. And with these margins being as small as they are,
right,
you know there's going to be contested.
Just projected Trump to win Wisconsin, which was up in the air.
Yep.
With that being said, I don't see how this moves. It didn't move the count. It didn't look like.
And you also got to look at Alaska.
Yeah, that's true. And here's the thing. Wasn't it Dewey versus Truman when they screwed up several years ago, and they had called it one way and it ended up going the other by the next morning?
Well, check this out. Well, Alaska is a very large state, but it has a small population.
Correct.
Yeah, it's under a million. Under a million people.
Yeah, but we're down to the point though, guys, where small states can matter.
Well,
as far as building up electoral votes.
That's true.
I'll be back shortly.
If Alaska goes blue, I'm going to New Zealand. Period. I'm done.
And Indy.
Just saying. Hey, do we have any feed? Jeff, you were mentioning the California thing. Do you have a feed on that I can pull up?
I was just reading Drudge.
Oh, gotcha.
I was reading the Drudge headlines.
Gotcha. I'll do some searching on my side. Cool. But yeah, I mean, they're close enough. You guys are absolutely right that we've got just a couple of states that can swing it back and forth.
Well, Michigan is starting to swing back towards Clinton.
Yeah. No.
Yep.
I thought he had it locked up.
He had Wisconsin locked up. Michigan, it's leaning towards, but it's starting to swing back.
Norton, look at this. Wait, where? I got too many damn. There you go. Look at that.
Yeah,
that is the general population vote right now.
Here's where the game plan starts.
Now, put your conspiracy hat on.
I never took mine off.
This is where that fractional. Now, this is where the fractional math that we were talking about yesterday about the decimal, the precision. This is where when it's this close. This is where that fractional math in the election system, the fact that they don't count 1 as 1, but 1.1. And so this is now where they can start manipulating the system.
Right.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh.
Well, you remember they said 40-42.
Oh.
Okay, so 47-48.
So what goes on, a lot of people don't know, like we talked about this yesterday. So for those that don't know, yesterday we talked about the fact that voting machines don't count one vote one as one. It's counted as a fractional, as a like money. So it's 1.1
like
or 1.0 or 1.5 or yeah. And so what happens is it's how they move that decimal point, the precision, they can swing the votes. And when you have these tight races like this, where you're separated by 10 or 20,000 things, I can move the decimal point or move the round up or round down. I can round up or I can round down, and that can move the whole election.
And that is Jeff Norton's observation on how the system is screwed up. Mm-hmm. My observation of this system is that every 2 votes go in for Hillary. 1 vote goes in for Trump.
And we're still winning.
The next 2 votes that come in, the first vote comes in for Trump. The next 3 votes come in for Hillary.
Right.
Just again, hey, Jeff and I and Damien and Jeremy and Jeff, we were raised under the Terminator system. We embrace Skynet. We know what it can do.
Yep.
Absolutely.
I'm so sorry, but yeah.
It is a crazy, manipulative
There's no way that this is this close. No way.
You know what's funny? They're showing the Trump election headquarters right now, guys, and those guys are up milling around. Some of them still holding their signs up in the air. There's nobody on stage, but they're just having a good time, chilling out, trying to wait on what happens to see if Trump comes out for a congratulatory speech or not. But you look at that, and you look at that Clinton headquarters a while ago, man. You could have heard a pin drop in that place.
Okay,
yeah.
Hey, Jeff Lehman, let's look at this.
Senator from Alabama, one of the
51,241,000 for Clinton, 52,300,000 for Trump, right?
African Americans and union voters.
Hello.
I wouldn't say that Clinton got that many votes even across the United States.
So now let's look at the map.
Like, thanks. He certainly outpaced Mitt Romney in all counties of Florida where Mitt Romney ran the table.
It's impossible.
Donald Trump has outperformed.
It's impossible.
Panhandle and down the West Coast.
There's no way.
You're right. It is impossible.
Florida. We're still waiting.
Well, with 100 million votes, 1 million people is a 1% differential.
The winner.
That's just basic math. So if you've got a 1 million differential or a 1.3 million person differential, that's a 1.3% differential in the race.
Yeah, they're definitely going to call it. There are a lot of these states are going to be recounted.
Oh, yeah. There's no doubt about it. And that'll be interesting to see how that comes out. Oh, it's obvious there. The question is it into the point where they're going to go ahead and try to flat out steal it? Or is it into the point where they thought they could do it, but they just don't believe that they can pull the trigger on it, figuratively speaking, because they're going to have a freaking uprising. I mean,
so the truth is, can you win a fixed poll?
If you landslide it,
yeah. If you landslide, if you have enough numbers that offset your figure, because
But even if you landslide it, what's landsliding? 1 million votes is not landsliding
because they can't go in. They can't go in after the fact.
Here's the thing. If I may interject, even with a landslide, here's the thing. The Clinton regime, the Obama and Clinton regime, believe that they are all powerful and that they can do anything they want.
Absolutely.
And with that being said, do you not think that they'll try and fake all the numbers and everything, and people will just believe it?
Yep, they'll have at least a huge enough segment of the population that will believe it, and they will go right back to sleep, and honestly won't even care one way or the other because it hasn't directly affected them yet. Right, because there are too many people that are into that instant gratification thing, and until they actually feel the results of something, they could care less.
That is the worst excuse ever.
Do you remember what they said the number of the votes were going to be won by? 1.2 million was the called number. It's looking pretty close to that.
Yeah, I'd have to go back and look at the graphics on all that fixable stuff they had a few days ago. But it seems like, if I remember right, it was like 42 million or something.
No, it was 1.2 million.
No. I'm talking about the overall counts for the candidates. It was somewhere around the 42 million mark on each one, not 50, almost 52. I could be wrong.
I wasn't.
It was 40-42 by 1.2 million.
Okay, so we're already outside of those graphics because we had 20 more people
we're
vote.
Still pretty close to the 1.2 million. All I'm saying is it's pretty close.
Mm-hmm.
It should never be that close.
Oh, well, I agree that in reality, I don't see that it should be that close either, Jeff. I don't think anybody's debating that. What we're debating here is whether or not they're going to steal this election that we know for a fact shouldn't even be a close contest.
Wait a minute. I'm debating that it should be close.
You'll debate with a wall too, just to get an argument started.
He wants to play devil's advocate. That's all.
Hey, no. It's actually, do you want to play a game of chess?
No. Would you like to play a game of chess?
There you go. Hey,
would you like to drive? Would you like
to play a game?
Yes.
That voice was called Sam, by the way. I love that voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, Whopper was.
Whopper was the computer. Yeah.
Yeah, Whopper was the other one.
They have completely gone to ground.
No, Whopper was the computer, but the voice was Sam. The first computer automated voice that came out, it was called Sam.
Yeah.
You know,
it had a lot of that speak and spell sound to it.
Yeah.
We're not far away from that. And
that was the almighty company Texas Instruments. Remember that?
Oh, dude, we're already right there. I've got Cortana that I can talk to anytime.
I have call center software that I employ. There's two companies that do it. I have call center software that you'll listen to, and you think you're actually talking to an agent.
Yep.
And it's a computer.
They do that all the time now. Those robocalls, you cannot hardly tell unless you know the phrasing that they typically use.
Yeah, you think you're talking to a computer or to a human, and you're actually talking to a computer the whole time.
Yeah, and it's AI. It's very, very intuitive AI.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I build those things.
You know what?
Hey, all you have to do to mess them up is say Rumpelstiltskin 3 times, it's over.
No, not really, because you got guys like me that know.
Rumpelstiltskin.
You got guys like me that program in the response to stuff like that. Like, really?
Yeah, like it's not like it used to be where it would go does not compute, does not compute. You know.
Yeah, they come back and say, really? What does that have? You know, can you please give me your information?
You know, it's like,
no, I got the perfect one for that. I don't give out information.
Then why are you calling?
I'd say you called me. I didn't call you.
See, so when you get a call center like that and it's a smart ass re-answer, then you know I programmed it because I'm the guy that programmed it, and I do program. It's like, then why did you call?
I'd be like, I'm sorry, I don't answer questions.
Yeah.
I can almost guarantee you, if they're asking me for a whole lot of information, I didn't make that call.
Yeah. So I'm just
You know what was actually funny was I was sitting in the CCW course on Saturday, and the guy about halfway through he goes, "All right, so at no point have I ever figured out that guns will genetically grow legs and walk and shoot somebody." And I raised my hand.
Yeah, they do it all the time. Don't you know?
I raised my hand and I'm like, actually, yeah, we have automated drones. He goes, no, but people are behind them. I'm like, no, they're not. And
no, they're automated.
AI is so far ahead of that. Yeah.
Hey guys, they're on Fox News right now discussing how in the world could all of the pollsters have missed this? They said the only people that even showed Trump had a chance was the International Business Times and the LA Times. Those two polls that kept showing him up, and the rest of the polls kept showing her up. So right now they're having a big roundtable about how in the world could they have missed this?
Yeah, because
tomorrow, social media and mainstream media will look like social media used to in the 80s.
Oh yeah, social media. I'm not social media, but mainstream media has already outed themselves so bad through this entire election process. It's unbelievable.
You actually called it the next step is AI robots to take over social or network media. Because what they'll do is they'll just give you like a little avatar that'll tell you the news.
Did you not hear that 15% of the tweets that went out about the politics, 15% of them were done by bots?
Yeah.
Map change one more time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They've already talked about getting rid of all of your local on-air hosts with bots, so they can just announce the news to you. You don't need a person.
Yeah, that's the one. Are they protesting or rioting?
Right now.
They're going.
Remember that show, Max Headroom?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going. They're on Fox now going, it's the white collar workers. It's the everyday working people that have backed Trump. They're acting like it's some big surprise.
Yeah, those dirty white collar workers.
Yeah. Those horrible vermin, man.
Don't they need to go to work. They need to be in bed. They need to go to work so we can get more welfare from them.
It's the illegal Mexicans that voted for him. That's what it is.
They even said the unions are voting for him. Now, really? Are you freaking kidding me? Tell me the unions voted for Trump.
I think it came from the LGBT community.
My God.
I mean, these people will make up anything to try to come up with a reason. Now, right now, Michigan, he's actually up about 50 grand on her, about two points. So that's looking good, and he is actually up in PA by about 30 grand.
So what Michigan? So let me give you the breakdown of what they're saying in Michigan. They're saying that 79% of the count is in. He's up with that. He's up by 1 point with the 79%. The other, the remaining points that need to be counted and stuff, he's still got a 0.2% advantage with the remaining votes. So it looks like he will take Michigan. It's going to be tight, but he's going to take it by about 1%.
And Pennsylvania is going to be super tight.
Well,
and they're already looking like Minnesota is going to go to her.
Actually, they're saying that Pennsylvania is a blowout for Trump.
See, that's crazy because looking at these numbers, it was not a blowout.
Yeah, they're saying that Trump, well, not a blowout, but they're saying 48% to 47%. But here you go. So in Pennsylvania, about 5,674,000 votes have been counted. He's got a 0.6% lead with what's remaining. There's 234,000 votes that still need to be remained.
Wow,
They said
damn
that in those areas, he'll pick up another 8% out of those.
Well, if that's the case, then let's hope it goes ahead. I'm hoping they'll freaking hurry up.
So
man.
apparently they've already counted Philadelphia and Pittsburgh is in her. Now the remaining votes are all Republican held counties. So
hey Scott, where are we looking at on time, brother? We're getting close to the 8-hour mark, aren't we?
We'll go.
Might want to get ready for that in case it happens.
I'm always ready for that.
Hey, guys, there's a question.
That's what she said.
Hey, don't stick that up there.
That's what she said too.
I know.
I want to ask a quick question. Apparently, they were also voting for the medical marijuana in the voting as well. How does that go?
In Florida, we passed it.
State, yeah.
For that in Arizona, and I'm really happy they are voting for that in Arizona, because it will decrease the amount of that I have to spend on beer, because people will be buying pot, not beer.
Well, the thing is, though, is even though here's the thing, and it's really weird, Jamie. State by state, they can allow, if you vote on it and they get an amendment or whatever. But the point is it can be implemented in each state as legal. Problem is the federal law does not recognize that, so it's still a federal offense. So in some cases, they have actually raided, the federal cops have raided dispensaries and so on and so forth and charged people with federal crimes, even though they're still following the quote-unquote state law. And that should be a states' rights issue, but unfortunately right now it's not, so it's a really hairy limbo issue, if you will, if you ever get to the point where you attract the Fed's attention.
No.
Well, it's kind of
what occurs
well,
with...
and we have Washington.
Hold on. With that, what occurs is the federal DEA states that they will respect the state's rights that have recreational use. They will not enforce federal regulations upon states that have authorized recreational use. It's very touchy, but no.
Well, that's what I was just saying, though, is that doesn't always matter, because I just watched where they went in and raided a dispensary that was following all of the state laws, froze all of their accounts, took all of their inventory, all their computers, wiped them out completely, even froze the guy that owned the business, froze his wife's check, that she was a nurse for like the VA, worked for the government. They even froze her check in the account and did it all under federal.
Send that one to me. I'd like to look it up.
It was actually, I believe, on RT yesterday. If you'll just look up their YouTube feed.
Yeah, I'll look that up because I'm curious.
Because I was like, wow.
Yeah, because that's crazy.
Yeah, it is, and it shouldn't be. It should be a state issue. And if the state says it's okay, then the Fed should just butt out.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they have no jurisdiction.
Exactly.
Well, Obama comes out and says that.
Pretty much, but doesn't mean they're not still doing it though. And what they're using is that freaking asset forfeiture and seizure.
Yep.
And that's not cool at all.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so wait a minute. Where are we? Are we still in the election?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is day 3, I think, of the election.
Shit. Who won?
I think Clinton did, and then she fell over on stage, and Trump came in and stole it.
Oh, who's this fat bastard?
The dingo did.
The dingo ate Clinton, and so Trump's president.
Yes,
this fat bastard. Who is he?
We got to start making bumper stickers saying dingo ate Hillary Clinton's baby.
Dingo had a spirit.
The dingo walked up and said, "Get in my belly."
Exactly. All right, we got to start a crowdfunding.
that lady was talking to our correspondent. In fact, Trump himself.
I'm tired of looking at the same numbers. They're not even moving now.
Yeah, they're not moving now.
Has anyone else noticed that the numbers haven't moved?
That's what we
I
didn't notice at all.
No, Captain Obvious.
All I can see is this bald guy in the middle of the screen.
Yeah, Scott, take the finger off.
I'm just the idiot driving the bus. You guys are the ones looking out the windows.
Oh, you're the Captain Obvious. Sorry.
So how many? What's the electoral college for Michigan? How many?
I don't know how many votes.
Can someone had a map up there?
Yes, 11.
265, right?
So that would give her. That would put her at 254. 254.
Well, I thought he was already 269.
254 is what I got. It's 215.
Well, no. What? Yeah. So what? I'm just looking because Michigan is starting to slide. Well, at 67, but they're saying I got to go with the numbers. They're saying that Michigan, what's left, that's still he's going to win Michigan by. I'm just looking here. He's going to win Michigan by 1.3% of the vote.
They just said something about a recount, and I couldn't catch it. I'm going to go back and rewind it.
16. Michigan has 16 electoral votes.
16.
New York City with the race for the White House still hanging.
Oh wait, he's going to win. He's going to win Michigan by 3. Almost. There's a huge jump. Something just changed.
Yeah, because he kicked this shit out of her. That's why. Because
no. What I'm saying though, Michigan
across the board
without Minnesota. So
go ahead.
Well, Michigan originally had him at 68% chance of winning. Now he's going to win by 3, almost 4%, by 4%. It just changed. So apparently they must have just counted a county or somewhere that just swung it for him.
What they're also saying is that even if he was to lose something like Michigan, because there's a heavy Republican voting bloc in Alaska, and it's looking like he could grab, I think it was New Hampshire, he said, that he still has a path to get there via a couple smaller states.
Well, what's left for him, it looks like he's going to win Pennsylvania by 95%. There's a 95% chance he's going to win Pennsylvania, 95% chance he's going to win Wisconsin, which they've already announced, a 95% chance he's going to win Arizona. So the only other 2 states that are up for Trump is Alaska and Michigan.
Yeah, and New Hampshire, I think they said too. Now, it might be he already win New Hampshire? Or
possibly Maine.
No, Maine, they said 88% that she's going to win it. Right now in New Hampshire, they're saying that it's leaning towards her.
Okay. So maybe they're seeing something that he might have a chance there. I don't know. But that's what they were talking about there. Because Pennsylvania right now, he is ahead of her by 0.8 of a point.
They said that he's going to win Pennsylvania, and the reason being is because all the Democratic counties have already been counted. The only counties that are left are the Republican counties.
So Michigan and Pennsylvania are the really big ones we need to worry about. And he's actually leading Arizona right now.
No, Michigan and Alaska.
No, I'm saying Pennsylvania and Michigan are the 2 that he's ahead in right now. That if he could get them, he'd probably end this thing.
No, he's going to win them.
In New Hampshire.
Cool. And they're showing Arizona he's probably going to take. And New Hampshire, he's by 0.1% down right now. Less than 1,000.
Yeah, but they're saying
oh my gosh, he's 87 plus 9, 96 votes down in New Hampshire.
But what I'm saying, but the thing is, in New Hampshire, the remaining votes that need to be counted are Democratic counties. So there's a 59% chance that she's going to win that.
Gotcha. Okay.
But just because they're Democratic counties in the past doesn't mean anything in this election.
A lot of Democrats haven't been voting for her this round.
Yeah.
Who knows?
They're saying that out of so there's 596,000 votes have been counted so far, and that gives her a 0.1 lead. They think there's 129,000 votes that still need to be done, and they're projecting that's going to give her 2. So she's going to win by 2.1%.
Yeah,
on a very small margin.
Yeah, and that's, none of these should be even that close. I get that a few of the libtard states, I get that. I mean, that I kind of understand, but some of these states, there's just no way.
Well, he's leading in both Arizona and Pennsylvania.
Correct. And Michigan.
But we have to remember that this election has brought out a lot of people that don't normally go vote.
Correct. I forget how many extra voters they said, but it was huge. It's a use of Trump term. It was huge, the way he says it.
That is not to say this election is won. It simply is not. Anybody, the people.
Man, I knew they were going to drive this late into the freaking night. I knew it, but dang it.
Hey, let's 5-minute break and see what CNN's got.
It is a utter disaster if you're a Democrat.
An utter disaster.
What does it need to be in the Republican Party?
Well, but the Republican Party is now led by someone who's not even a Republican.
Well, that's what I guess that's my point. It's like, so, okay, Democrats are out of power, Republicans are in, but what define Republican?
Yes, the Republican Party, even though it's led by someone who's not a Republican, is absolutely right, has all this power, and if Trump does win, indeed, it's going to have to cover it, right? But if Trump is elected, he will have been elected by a segment of the population.
They said just Pennsylvania or just Michigan would put him over the top. Arizona plus one other state would put him over the top. So there's like 3 ways he can win right now.
Wait, whoa. Did you guys hear that?
Google Hangouts was up.
No, I did not.
What was that now?
All right. Why are you guys on my
we went down.
Well, we're no longer live, bro.
Yeah, we're no longer live.
Yeah, we're off air.
Told you that was going to happen.
I know. I'll let me recreate it. Hold on 1 second. Holy crap! The damn from CNN goes. All right, so if Trump's elected, he's elected from a segment of our population.
Yeah, it's always that damn segment that did it. So, like the Brexit, they had these freaking millennials.
Largest segment, God damn it.
Well, what's funny, easy. What's funny is that the Brexit deal, you had a bunch of millennials out there like the day after crying, saying, the old people took it away from me. So, that's going to be basically what you're going to hear tomorrow, too, if he wins. That it was that horrible segment of white-collar, uneducated people that took it away from them. Because that's what they keep pushing, is it's the white, male, uneducated, white-collar workers. Because we don't all run around with tons of different degrees in frickin' liberal arts from frickin' Oxford or Harvard or wherever.
Okay, I'm creating a new tent. I will
Linky us.
Yep.
Alrighty.
1 second.
On a bit.
I would imagine.
All right, guys. So obviously they got dumped on the round table. You know what? I think what we're going to do is we'll just call it a night and let you guys kind of watch the elections on your own. And wow, it's looking good. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? It's looking real good for Donald Trump. Now, before I get flamed and stuff, I want to let people know I'm not a Donald Trump fan, but I like Donald over Hillary any day. And it's just basically based upon what I have discovered in the last few days doing my research. And maybe we'll get some experts in here, but there is something Luciferian, something evil happening there in the Clinton world. And hopefully we'll get to the bottom of it because it is sick to its core if it is true. So with that, I just want to tell everybody, thank you for joining us tonight. It's going to wrap up. And, remember, the world's not going to end tomorrow. It's not going to end by no stretch of the means. We just move forward, but it is looking up. I can actually sleep at night knowing that I'm not going to go to war with Russia anytime soon. So, but with that, I just want to say thank you everybody for joining us tonight. I'm going to go ahead, like I said, shut it down now. Tomorrow we're going to get back on our normal schedule where we are going to have guests and everything. So look forward to that. And wow. Take care of yourself. Be well. And we will be talking to you tomorrow. But more importantly than anything else, just be love. I mean, that's the main thing. Just be love. And as my good friend Ed Roman would say.
With Jeff Norton on the Paranormal State Radio Network.